Hello, everyone, and welcome to the playoff season. As it's crazy enough, we actually have the playoffs happening at the same time as the other playoffs are also happening. Um, so that is very fun. So I am your host, AU Gold, bringing you another day one playoff stream. With me this time here is Air Croy. Hello, how's it going?
How's it going? It's going fine. It's Tuesday, October 11th, and we're here to see some playoff baseball.
Playoff baseball. That is true. And for those of you who are either new to the playoff stream, don't remember how this goes from last year, or just want a refresher, the basic idea is we have the four divisional series for the majors, and we have two series for our first round down in the minors. Now, rather than streaming every single game, as that would be way too much, we will only be streaming our elimination games. All of these series are best of fives, so that means a team could be swept 3-0 and we only see one game, or we could reverse sweep 3-2 and we watch three games. With that said, we have six series. A potential maximum of three games each brings us to possibly watching 18 elimination games. About if you were here 3-4 seasons ago with me, Jess, and Hummus, we got to 16 streamed games. The minimum for all of this is 6 games if every series goes a 3-0 sweep. Now, obviously, only 18 games is not bad. Each game being about 10 to 15 minutes. It's not a long stream, but we do allow GMs to make changes in between all of the games, and that is where quite a bit of our time will be spent. So strap in, get your snacks, get your drinks. I just had myself a brownie, and I've got my water off to the side. I felt like I grabbed another stack, but I didn't, so oh well. And let us jump right on in. And if Hummus, you're out there, we do need you to give some perms if you are around, please and thank you. And I will we'll just get ourselves underway here. As let's go ahead and get started. I do like to start with our minor league series first, just because the minor leagues are very, very fun times down in the minors. And so we're going to go ahead and look at these two series first. With that said, again, we are not going to be going through and actually showing these games. For instance, our first game here, the Brew City Bears and the Chicago Kingpins. Starter Allegra Macarena and Benny Sheets for the Bears and the Kingpins. Game 1 goes to a very close game, but the Bears grab the first game, going 3-2 over the Kingpins.
Ooh. Look at the graph.
Yeah, that is
A 3-run home run by Ball to give Brew City the 1-0 lead.
Oof. Close there. Crazy times. So yeah, the Bears take that first win there. 2 hits for Greenwald. Looks like Ball is going to go 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. That big home run, as Croy was saying there. And so the Bears take the first win. Miller gets the win for Brew City in relief. Moffitt gets a save. Choi takes the loss and blown save for Chicago. But dropped Ball is going to be your player of the game, that 3-run homer. Alrighty, elsewhere, the Hepcats and Firehawks.
Let's see what we got here with Johnny Tsunami the second on the mound for KC and Jeffrey Dabowski for California. Let's see the Hawks start their defense with a defeat after 11. 7-6 is the final score. KC tied the game at the top of the ninth with 2 runs and then won in 11. A big 4-for-5 day from Colin Warren for Kansas City, body-wise. but the most of their offense came from Papi, who went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, 2 walks. For California, we have 2 hit days from Brennan, Ball, and Ferrero. On to pitching. Whiplash gets a hold. Marsden gets a blown save. Piglet gets a loss for California. Haversham in relief gets the win for Kansas City, with Jake Warren being the player of the game. And Jake Warren ties the minor league PB playoff extra inning game record for runs with 4.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead here, just take a quick second break before we move on. I am going to give Croy, you're gonna get all of the perms for all the channels until Hummus or Enoch can give you the ones that you actually need. So Bears missing. Bears. Okay, so that's all the minor league ones. Okay, so 2 games down. The away team takes both for the minors. We go up to the major leagues here, and let's see how this goes. We got the Raptors and the Voyagers leading things off with the Legends Conference Divisional Series. DRJ, who I saw not too long ago, I think either in chat or on Discord, leading things off as the starter for Boise, and Pax Abadir for the Voyagers. And this game is going to go the way of the Raptors, so away team's doing pretty well so far here in day 1. Raptors take a 3-2 win. Not a whole lot of offense there. Looks like Martin Honda going 3 for 5 with an RBI, as well as Beecham Reyes 3 for 4 with an RBI. Encarnacion does pretty good, 1 for 4 day with 2 RBIs, but those 2 RBIs are not enough to take the win. DRJ takes the win in chat, saying not to jinx him. Well, there you go. 9 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 5 walks. Abadir does take the loss, 7 innings for the Voyagers starter, but DRJ is gonna take your player of the game.
Seems very conservative with the bullpens here. Very conservative. That would be good if the series goes long.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have what do we have? We have Vancouver and San Antonio, right?
Yes.
Right. Wendy Morel starts on the mound for Vancouver. Todoroki starts for San Antonio, and let's see who takes game 1. Another road win, 8-6 for Vancouver, with 3 runs at the top of the 6 for the Bengals to go up 8-6, which was the final score. Multi-hit days for basically almost everyone in Vancouver except for O'Sullivan and for Hayes. 3 RBIs for Pryor, 2 RBIs for Sandwiches, 2 RBIs for Throb. For San Antonio, a 3 for 5 day for Jovi, with 2 RBIs coming from Bobby McDonald Jr. and 2 RBIs coming from Ozymandias Obis. Todoroki only goes 4, with a loss going to San Antonio in the bullpen. Wade Silliams gets the win in relief, with Scudder getting the save, with Zaron Fryer being your player of the game.
Alrighty, away teams kind of dominating. Funny to see how this continues, as the Scorpions are in Detroit for Game 1 of their divisional series in the Champs Conference. Poe Scott's going to lead things off for... Apologies, everyone. Poe Scott's going to lead things off as the starting pitcher for Death Valley, and Damian Jensen Crenshaw for Detroit. And the away team continues here as Death Valley takes a 2-1 win over Detroit. Not a whole lot of offense again. Only 2 runs on the side of Death Valley, with Duncan having a 2-run homer in the 8th inning. And then 1 run from Halverson getting an RBI there, going a 1 for 4 day. Poe does take the win for Death Valley. 8 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, no earned runs. Baxter does get a save. Jansen Crenshaw takes the loss, though Jansen Crenshaw does tie the Detroit Demons playoff game record for strikeouts with 12, but Poe Scott, your starting pitcher for Death Valley, is going to get the player of the game. This is a very interesting day so far.
Last but not least, for the major, we have the Sea Serpents and the New Orleans Rougarous. Donnie Sullivan is the starter for Seattle, with straight gas homie taking the mound for New Orleans. And game one goes to the home team for the first time tonight. New Orleans get the 6-3 win. For Seattle, a two-hit day with 2 RBIs from Krzysztof Krasov, with Eddie Gar having 3 hits with 2 RBIs for New Orleans, Wolfington adding 2 hits, Ortega and Stargos added 2 RBIs each. Red gets the win in relief for New Orleans, and Danny Sullivan gets the loss for Seattle, with Eddie Gar being your player of the game as New Orleans open their series with a win.
What a wild day, capped off with finally a home team win for New Orleans there. We head into day 2, and our changes begin. We're already getting tagged quite a bit here. I know the Sloths said not to worry about them unless it goes to Game 5. Boy Boys say they are good for Game 2. Death Valley wants me to rig it, so I'm not going to talk to them. The Rougarou said they're pretty much good to go unless they hit a Game 5. Demons are typing. Oh, Plague says
no change.
No change. See what Laser has to say, but we'll leave with that. Apex are not in. Raptors. Seems like silence here for the Raptors for the moment. We'll come back to them.
Yeah. The Raptors want her no change for now.
Alright, Vandals, I was tagged. Alright, so stamina checks on Scud and Ciliums for the Vandals. So boof. Pitching, boof. What the heck? Pitching, boof.
Ciliums is exhausted.
So Ciliums, yeah, Ciliums is at 27%.
27.
And then...
And Scudder should be at around 60, 65.
Yeah, 62.
62.
Not bad for Scud there. Obviously, Marvell is exhausted from starting, so. Shock.
Ciliums goes from normal to avoid high leverage.
Yeah, just confirming Ted and Scud. Is that what you want me to do? Ciliums from normal to avoid. Okay, cool. Cool. So, from normal to avoid high leverage, I can read. There we go. So I'll come back, Vandals. Keep typing away. I'm gonna go visit the. Let's see, Tauros, Sea Serpents. Haven't said anything.
Okay, Scorps have nothing. Demons have nothing. The Vandals.
Okay, so.
The Vandals are saying Tosin to set up 7th.
Yeah, so Scudder to 8th, and then Tosin to set up 7th. Okay. Set up 7th. Just gonna screenshot that there for you guys. There you go. Just so you can double check my work there. I am gonna go visit the miners here for a minute, so if you need me for anything else, tag me or Croy. Hepcat said Hepcat, so I'm assuming that means they're good to go. Because they do have their second game today as well. Swifties.
Mike's typing.
Okay, cool. Kingpin.
Will stay same for game 2. No change for the haircuts.
Sweet. Kingpin. Sarah posted a meme, but that was from last month. So.
August. Yeah.
Wheelers. Alright, Bears did tag me. Bears, Punk says they're good. Nice, I like Punk when there's no changes. Alright, Lumo. Here we go. For the Firehawks.
So we have Matthew West to mid relief, use less often.
Okay, use less often. Got that.
We have John Marston non-specified normal.
Non-specified normal. Cool.
We have Johnny Whiplash non-specified normal.
Excellent.
And they want pitch counts for Marston and Whiplash to 50 and 30. 50 for Marston and 30 for Whiplash.
So Marston, pitch count 50.
50.
And then Whiplash, count to 30. Alrighty. Nice. Actually, first round of changes, not crazy. And no changes for the Serpents for game two. So, very, very nice. Love to see
think
it.
we are ready.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you,
Serpents
GMs,
say
for
no changes.
yeah. Thank you, GMs, for making that
Vandals no
concise.
changes. We are ready.
You guys are good to go. So here we go. Day 2 for everything. Again, with none of these being elimination games, we will continue with box scores. And let me just say, I've been here for a while. That was the most concise and quickest changes in a day-to-day for the playoffs. So GMs, you should all be proud of yourselves. With that, Bears Kingpins. Bears with a 1-0 lead at the moment. Skippy Jensen for the Bears starting things off, and Matt Stroh for the Kingpins. Here we go, game 2. And the series ties 1-1, which means our maximum number of games is down to 17, as the Kingpins take a 5-3 win. So here at home, Shiesty Jr. goes 2 for 2 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs and a walk. If Shiesty's not going to be player of the game, I will throw a fit for that 2 for 2 day with 3 RBIs. Cove takes a 2 for 4 day with an RBI for Bruce City on the away team. Stroh's going to get the win here for Chicago with Choi getting the save. Jensen takes the loss, and I don't have to throw a fit as Joe Shiesty Jr. does take player of the game. 1-1 series here in Chicago as they go to Bruce City for game 3. That'll be in the future, though.
With back-to-back appearances in the bullpen for Choi, for Chicago.
Interesting.
Next up, we have KC and the 4 straight time champions, 5 in a row right now. How long has it been? The Firehawks.
Yeah, I think they just didn't they? I think they lost last season.
Yeah, they lost last season.
That's right, because the
Mario
Dillos won last season. Yeah, so they were 4 straight, trying to get back to the World Series here.
And game 2 goes to the Hepcats. Again in extras. 11 innings last game, 12 now. 9-6 the final score, 31 total hits.
Jeez.
They have 31 hits. 3 hits from Shiamis for Casey with 3 ribbies, 4 from James Dion, 2 with 1 ribby for Rayner, 2 for Kulik Warren, 2 for Gretus with 2 ribbies, and 3 for Papi with 1 RBI. For California, a 3 for 6 day with 4 ribbies for Solomon Herms. With 2 bombs, a solo shot and a 3-run shot. 3 hits with 1 RBI for King Jr. And going to pitching. No decisions for the starters as both teams go pretty much deep in their bullpens, with definitely not giving Choate getting the win, Schwartz getting the save, and White getting the loss. Rusty Solomon Arms is your player of the game despite the loss.
Well, that will be an interesting series to look for. Luckily, they have the off day, so this 12-inning game might not affect too much. But as they head into Kansas City...
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but it's a game that lasts 4 hours and 55 minutes.
Jeez. Crazy there, but that's going to be our probably our first live game on the stream. But here we go for the majors. We got Raptors Voyagers game 2. Game 1 went to the Raptors. Tom Riddle for Boise. Evil Dictator starting for New York. Into game 2 we go. And another win for the Raptors. Away teams having some luck here. 5-4 win go the Raptors with a 3-run first inning. Oh boy, we're going to have quite a few games, I think, on stream here going forward. Martin Honda, Justice, and McGuire all go 2 hits apiece. 3 RBIs for Stubby McGuire with that looks like 3-run homer in the first inning, as well as a solo shot in the 5th. McGuire probably going to be your player of the game there. 2 hits for Daytona for New York, and RBIs all spread around. Riddle takes the win for Boise. Kenobi gets a hold. Shingino gets the save. Evil Dictator taking their first loss of the postseason. 4 innings pitched with 5 earned. Stubby McGuire is going to be your player of the game.
The Windows endless loss in game 2. Mr. for Vancouver, Glenn Davis for San Antonio, as Vancouver has a 1-0 lead. Does San tie it up or does Vancouver get the win? Let's find out. And the series is tied at 1 after a walk-off win in 11 for San Antonio. Ezra Oatmeal hit a walk-off running single to give the Sloths the win. Not much offense. 3 hits from Stern, 2 hits from Martinez for Vancouver. For San Antonio, 2 hits for Chovy, 2 hits for Oatmeal, 2 hits for Vito, 2 hits for Longpipe. San Antonio gets the win in relief, going 2 1/3 off with 0 earned. Beatty gets the loss and the blown save. No decision for the starters, with Glenn Davis, the San Antonio starter, being your player of the game, going 7 full innings with 2 earned runs and 8 strikeouts.
Well, at least another series goes 1-1 here, so 1 less game brings us down to 16 potential. Scorpions Demons in the Champs Conference. 1-0 for the Scorpions as Giuseppe Jones goes up against Riding Dirty for your starting pitchers. Game 2 goes to... That's going to be a Detroit Demon win in extra innings. 3 extra inning games this day. The Detroit Demons walking off with a run-scoring single for Jet Jaguar. Offense-wise, a lot of single hits here. Halverson with 2 runs on the day and an RBI. 2 hits for Blamo and Lutz. And 2 hits for or 1 hit for your pinch hitter, Jackinson, in the 11th inning. 2 hits for Chris Jacob with 2 RBIs. Franco with 2 RBIs for Death Valley. Really, though, I think it kind of does boil down to pitching, as your starters do both get no decisions. Bravo gets the loss in relief. O'Quarters gets the win for Detroit. Really just boils down to both starters giving up 4, and the bullpen for Death Valley was the first to break. Riding Dirty is going to be your player of the game. 6 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, or 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts.
And on the last game of the day was Seattle against New Orleans. The Rugers have a 1-game lead. Bush Gooser on the mound for Seattle, Crystal McThermley for New Orleans. And game 2 goes to Seattle, who tie the series up. 5-4 is the final score, with the whole difference being the 8th inning. 3 hits for the catcher Krzysztof Krasov with 2 ribbies. Another 2 ribbies came from Hatsukaru on a 2-for-4 day. A 3-for-5 day for Park Factors. A 2-for-5 day with 2 ribbies for Todd Hafner, and a 2-for-4 day with 1 ribby for Eddie Carr. Bright gets the loss in relief, with the Bush Cruiser getting the win, going 7 2/3 with 2 earned and 10 strikeouts, with Aaron Beckett getting the save. Krzysztof Krasov is your player of the game.
It's crazy. 10 strikeouts for Gooser and 9 strikeouts for New Orleans. Offense struggling in that game there on both sides. Really interesting to see. All right, we're going to hit this save button.
Yes, there was still 9 runs on a pitcher duel.
Yeah, I say still 9 runs with 19 total strikeouts. That's I don't know what to say about that. That's huh. With that, though, we will move on to day 2 with 4 series going to 1 apiece. Or sorry, we'll move on to day 3. But with 4 series going 1 apiece, that does bring our max down to 14 games from 18. So yeah,
It's good.
So we move on. I believe this should be the off day for everyone. And that brings us to this day here, which is where everyone's going to want to take a look at their stamina checks, is my guess. So, as usual, going down the list here, Sloth said they weren't going to need anything for a while. Enoch, stamina check before Game 3 for New York. So, we'll go ahead and do that. Get all of these out of the way so we can just breeze on through. So for New York, really looks like only Billy Hargrove, 71% rest status as your reliever there for you, Enoch. Looks like Dictator at 28, but he just pitched, and Pax Abadir at 60. But that's really about it. Everything else it looks like they're good to go. So I'm going to keep rolling. Enoch, just tag me when you're ready.
Yeah, I sent the staminas in their line.
Love it. I guess take a quick stam check on Poe after we send the off day. I don't think we'll change anything though. Cool. Well, if you're curious, PM, Poe Scott's stamina is 60%. And just so you know, your one reliever Baxter's at 36. This is after the off day. Going down here, Demons. Shows that sweet bullpen stamina for the Demons. Continuing along. Your bullpen, only one to worry about there is Sad Pepe at 49%. Going down to the Raptors.
The Raptors.
Yep.
Stamp check on DRJ and Chigano.
Raptors looks like we've got 54% on DRJ. Bullpen is clean.
Geno is clean.
Yeah. Continuing along here, Vandals.
I'm in check.
Moving us along here. You're gonna care about Beatty being at 69% for your reliever.
Nice.
And Scudder being at 51% for your closer there.
Scudder 59 or 51?
51. Alright, we're gonna cycle back around through the majors here. Alright, Enoch's doing his Enoch thing, which I love to see, and that is screenshots. I will just take a look at these here. Big rig.
It's big. Yeah.
Something there, and I just need to match up this pitching, so give me a sec and just to look at these pictures. Use more often. Delete the index. Middle relief. Often with blank. Hargrove. Middle relief.
Middle normal. None.
Are these both at a void? Yes, they are. Cool. All right, let's screenshot that there for Enoch so we can double check my work. There you go, buddy. All right. So unless Void Boys have anything, I will cycle back around again. But looks like we're good there. Scorpions. Okay, let me change it back. No. Demons. Do quarters.
Quarters.
Go ahead.
Stopper 7th or later, high leverage.
Then high leverage, cool.
We have Schultz at setup 6th or later, long relief.
Got that.
and Pepe 2 non-specified.
Excellent. Makes life easy there.
The Vandals have Tosin at stopper, 7 and high leverage.
Alright, Vandals. Tosin at stopper, 7th, and high leverage.
They're asking about Scott, but Zilliams is back to relief normal.
Long relief normal. Okay, gotcha.
Less harm is MR, less often none.
Less often none. Cool.
And let's see what they say about Scud.
Yeah. They are debating on Scuds. Just so you know, Scuds, 6 or later is not an option unless you want. Unless I think that might be a setup option. But for stopper, at least, there is no 6 or later.
Yeah, I think setup is 6 or later, though.
So Scuds, make it an option. Sure! Setup, okay, yeah. So setup 6 or later was an option.
Do we keep the high leverage?
So there is for you guys there. Yeah, and then if you want to keep high leverage or not. Remove the high leverage.
Remove the high leverage.
Oh. Okay, remove it. Okay. Got you guys. There you go. Cool. Alright, cycling back around. Scorpions, no changes. Demons, looks good. Raptors. Raptors want strategy starter hook to neutral. So, strategy starter hook to neutral. I think you meant there, a middle +1, so there. Okay. I'm hoping that looks right. Cool. Alright, cool. And then start kick catcher with a pitch count. Oh, you want a 3-man rotation. Okay. Start kick catcher.
Catcher with a 50 pitch count.
If you can. I don't see why not. People have done some crazy stuff. Enoch, just double checking that they can do something like this. I mean, kick catcher is a starter, so I believe that is valid. You can't start a reliever, but starting a starter who is in the bullpen, I don't see why you can't. Someone will yell at me if you can't, though. So for now, we'll just say that's good. Awesome.
If Enoch stops us, then we just change it back.
Exactly.
No biggie.
Hepcat staying the same for game 3. I saw Serpents are good. Kingpins, stamina check. Oh, Kingpins are
The Hepcats are staying the same for game 3.
Kingpins, stamina check. There's a raid. Oh boy, there's a raid of 136 people. Why didn't my sounds go off? Hello, Raiders! Welcome in. We are in the playoffs, and things are getting wild. Kingpins want a stamina check.
213 viewers. We're almost to start a
Hummus.
Hall of Fame raffle.
Hummus, that's a Hall of Fame giveaway, buddy. I saw you in chat. Get back here.
That's not 1. That's not 2. That's at least 5. And it's going up.
So Kingpins for you guys. Juan Ha Choi is at 64% on the stamina there. Everyone else is just a reliever. Or sorry, a starter. So Choi at 64. Give you guys a second to type. Bears are good for game 3. Firehawks. I know you wanted a stam check and then you had some stuff, so okay. So just so you know, Lumo, for you here. Gonna go through the list. Biglet. Dirk Biglet's at 40%. Tahimi Lord is at 40%. Marston is at 67. And Whiplash is at 58. But with that said, you did say put Marston back to stopper or later. Cool. Whiplash back to setup. 6 or later. Okay. So there's that for you there, Lumo. Those are the only two things you changed, so I'll get you that screenshot.
The Bears are good.
Yep.
The Pins are good.
I just need Kingpins now. No changes. All right. Well, waiting just a quick second here on Lumo just to make sure Firehawks are good to go, but that's the only things they wanted changed. Then we can get going here with our continuation of this playoff day. Lost nearly 100 viewers on the statement check. Yeah, that's a raid. That's normal. All right.
So now, how do we do it? Do we turn BNN off?
No. So the way we've done this in the past is we will still sim. We will turn BNN off when we get to the game. Yes, but we are going to just do the quick sims for all of the non-elimination games, so that way those teams can think about what they want to do for their changes and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead here, and with our one minor league game, we have the Kingpins and the Bears. Charles DeBoll versus Phil Donahue for Game 3 of this Chicago Brew City matchup. And that's going to go to the home team here, Brew City taking the 6-3 win. Brew City now with a 1-game advantage and the potential to knock out the Kingpins going forward. But the Bears with a 2-1 lead. Mustard goes 3 hits with 2 RBIs, 2 hits for Cove, 2 hits for Granholm, 2 hits for Windsor on the side of Chicago. Most of the offense for Brew City, though. Donahue takes the win for Brew City as your starter. Windu takes a hold. Moffitt gets a save. DeBal takes the loss for Chicago, and Mustard M. Mustard is going to be your player of the game. Mustard having gone that 3-for-4 day with 2 RBIs. One of those hits was a 3-run homer. Wait, what? How do you only get 2 RBIs? Oh no, sorry, 2-run homer. I can read. All right, so we'll come back to the Firehawks Hepcats game. That will be our first game live on stream, but we are going to go ahead and quickly do the rest of these quick sims here. So next up will be Sloss Vandals.
Vanderlei Mikhailovic on the mound for San Antonio, with Lizzie Mitchell taking the pitching duties for Vancouver as the series moves to Vancouver for Game 3. And the Vandals take the lead. 12 innings and a walk-off by fork chop sandwiches. Isn't Sandwiches a former Sloth?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, he is. Walking off his former team.
The revenge. 3-for-6 with an RBI and the walk for Sandwiches. 1 RBI from Shrub, 2 hits from Martinez, and 1 RBI from Stern for Vancouver. 3 hits for Oatmeal, 2 hits for Vito, 2 hits for Albies, 2 hits for Sweetheart for San Antonio. Constantine Khan gets the blown save in relief, with John Camden Jr. getting the loss. Wade Williams gets the win, improving to 2-0 in the playoffs, going only 2/3 with no earned runs. Solid starts by both starters, with Vanderlei Mikhailovic getting player of the game honors, going 6 with 1 earned and 4 strikeouts.
All right, next up is going to be Demons Scorpions. 1-1 series here. So Cameron Grimes on the mound for Detroit. Now in Death Valley, that puts Poe Scott back on the mound. Scott, we saw, was tired, but it is playoffs, so maybe that could supercharge him. So let's find out. As this actually goes again to extra innings, another 10-inning game here as Detroit takes the win in the 10th. Looks like a Barry Bonds solo homer in the 10th put them on top, and they take the win 7-6. So Detroit, batting-wise, McGruff takes a 2-hit day. Burnside and Jaguar the same. though Burnside going 3 RBIs, that being a base clearing triple in the 4th inning off of Scott. 3 hits for Franco and 3 hits for with also 3 RBIs, that being a 2-run homer. Pitching wise, O'Quarters is going to get the win here. Palmer gets the loss, and is going to be your player of the game. While on the losing side, though both starters give up 4 earned, it once again came down to the bullpen.
And lastly, for the quick sims, we have NOLA and Seattle, with the series moving to Seattle for games 3 and 4. Bouchard versus Ragnarok on the mound, with series tied at 1. Seattle gets the win. 4-1 is the final score. 12 total hits, looks like a pitcher's duel. 1 hit each for Wolfactors, Gore, Sargasm, and Cross Erickson for New Orleans. For Seattle, 2 hits from Croxout and 2 RBIs came from Bobby Person. Ragnarok gets the win, Beckett gets the hold, Cinch gets the save, Bouchard gets the loss. Jormungandr Ragnarok is your player of the game, going 7 1/3 with 1 earned and 12 strikeouts.
And that brings us to our first live game here on stream. Day 1 of the playoffs. Right now, Kansas City took 2 games from California in California. The Hepcats here. Oh, good point. Take the save. I love the thinking. And we have the potential here to see our first team eliminated. Or do we get the 3-game reverse walk-off for the Firehawks? All comes down to our game 3 here in Kansas City. Really quickly here, taking a look at, I don't know why I did that, I have an overlay for this. Got this here. So let's just take a look, quick look at our lineup here. Batting wise, the Hepcats are getting the 1st, 8th, and 9th slots in James Dion, Royalist Gratis, and Garth Poppy. California gets everyone else, including their starting pitcher. So it's going to go Arthur Morgan batting 2nd, Gladys Ferrero 3rd, Rusty Salmonarms 4th, Tunch Denstro 5th, Dan King Jr. 6th, and Danny Brennan 7th, with starting pitcher Aaron Silence. We take a deep breath. We make sure, we're going to click this button just to make sure. We're going to go down and turn
BNN
off BNN. And for some reason, we're starting in the 3rd base stand, so let's fix that. There we go. As we load in here, do you want the Firehawks batting or the Hepcats batting?
I'll take the Hepcats batting.
Alrighty, then I will get the away team here. Let's turn BNN off. Let's make sure for those tuning in that they can see where our series all sit. The left-hand side of the screen for everyone. You can point them there to see how the series have been going. Let us dive
Turn out the in-game sound a bit.
Turn it down or off? Or sorry.
In-game, I can hear the game and you're below it.
Just turn it down a little bit is what you're saying? Alrighty. Well, let's get our game underway here. Whoops. Hit the wrong button there. Okay. Game 3, potential elimination for the Firehawks. Here we go. French Fry to lead things off. over Ike Sampson. It's going to be a hit to right field, and that'll be the first out. Arthur Morgan, that's going to drop into left field. That's going to bounce off the wall, so Morgan's going to round first and get into second easily. Vladdy Guerrero is going to get that one past the left side of the infield, and safe at home is Arthur Morgan. The Firehawks grab a 1-0 lead and a runner on first here for Rusty Salmon Arms. Vladdy's going to steal second successfully, second of the postseason, so runner on second there. Salmon Arms will move the runner over to third with a ground out to the first baseman. Tunstrestra will take a walk. Runners on the corners here with 2 outs for 400 hitting Dan King Jr. And that's going to drop into the left field gap. They're going to run to second and stay there as a base clearing double. California leads 3-0. Runner on second here for 429 hitting Danny Brennan. Grounded to the shortstop, and that's gonna do it. First inning in the books, 3-0 lead for California. We go bottom of 1.
California game here to force a game 4. Let's see what the Hipcats have in response. A ground out at first for James Diamond for out number 1 as Shia Miss gets an outfield single. And there's a stolen base attempt by Shia Miss, and they are safe. That's a line drive for Confer for out number 2, but Kendrick Mills gets a base hit, driving Miss in, cutting the lead to 2 runs for California with Mills at second, as Beckenham grounds out to first to end the inning with California up 3-1.
Lead cut to 2. We go top of second here with long ball at the plate. They're going to hit that one to center field, and that'll be an easy out. Ren Foster will ground that one to the shortstop. 2 outs there. French Fry leading in the number 1 spot. Will infield single hit to the pitcher there, so man on first here for Arthur Morgan. And good morning to ya, as that's going to be a double to center field. And that's going to score the run from first. 4-1 lead now. Vladdy Guerrero with a grounder to the shortstop. They'll get the out at first, and that'll do it. So Kansas City gets 1 run. California gets it back. We go bottom of 2.
Victoria is back up by 3 as Logan Rayner strikes out, swinging for out number 1 here at the bottom of the second. Olive Warren will ground out to first for out number 2 as Graders will follow suit for a quick 2-3 inning for California, who is up 4-1.
All right, that's going to bring Salmon Arms up to the plate here. And that's going to be a fly ball. Right fielder barely has to move for that easy out. Denstro waits on that pitch and gets it to left field for the second out. And Dan King Jr. will strike out swinging, so 3 up, 3 down. Ike Sampson seems to have calmed himself. We head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Strike 3. In silence will strike out Girth Patty for out number 1. Double the order, James Down is back up and grounds out at first. Shia Miss will ground out as well. Another quick 1-2-3 for the California defense, who is still up for 1 after 3.
All right, Danny Brennan will lead things off here. Grounded to the first baseman. Long ball takes a walk, so runner on first here for Foster, hitting 200 so far in the postseason. That's going to get under the first baseman's glove. They'll go into right field and be an easy double. Runners on second and third for French Fry. That's going to drop in. French Fry's got himself a 2-for-3 day, and that'll be 2 more runs for California. 6-1 lead here in Kansas City. Arthur Morgan waits as French Fry successfully steals second. Morgan will ground to the first baseman, to the pitcher, sorry. Throw it to the first baseman for the out. Vladdy Guerrero gets that one into center field. Run will score from second, so a 6-run lead for California. And Ferrero's going to try and steal and takes their second stolen base on this game. Salmon Arms will pop this one up in the infield. Shortstop's got it. And 3 runs in the top of the 4th. We go bottom. Will Kansas City respond?
Julian Confer is at the plate and draws a full count walk from Aaron Silence. Runner on first, hard hit by Mills for a base hit. Run at first and second, as Beckenham has a fly ball that is caught by the left fielder. Runner still at first and second. Now there's a strikeout by Logan Rayner as the runners remain on first and second with 2 outs this time, as Jake Warren will load the bases up with a single. And a strike 3 by Royalus Gratus with bases loaded to end the 4th, with California up 7-1.
Cali looking to just kind of keep piling on here, and Dentro's going to get on first with an error from the third baseman. Dan King Jr. is going to pop that one up. Third baseman does catch it. Brennan will strike out. 2 outs in the inning with Denstro on first. Long ball hitting 182. That'll be a grounder in the infield. Pitcher will get that one and throw out the runner. We go bottom of the 5th. California quiet here in the top.
Bottom of the 5th, here we go as Girth Puppy grounds out to the first baseman. James Dyan will ground out. And so does Shia Miss. 3 almost identical groundouts for California as they maintain their 6-run lead after 5.
Top of the 6th here. Foster's going to ground out to the second baseman. Fry's going to get that one into left field. That's going to go to the wall. French Fry now having a 3-for-4 day. Arthur Morgan's going to pop that one up, and left fielder's got that one there. Gladys Ferrero to right field and gone. Home run to right field for the Firehawks, putting 9 runs on the board here. Kansas City not looking great, but this is the minor leagues. Anything can happen. Salmon Arms gets that one and charges it to left field, though still playable, and will get the 3rd out. Another 2 runs for the Firehawks. Trying to put a statement on this game 3. We go bottom of the 6th.
Slots Nacion is now on the mound for the Firehawks as Julian Confer flies out, with Kendrick Mills hitting the ball right between the shortstop and the first baseman for a single. Degan Beckenham hits one above the third baseman for a single. Mills advances at second, and the walk for Rayner loads the bases up with 1 out for Kulik Warner, who Mills goes home from the third base. There's an out at 2, but Kulik Warner still gets the single, another base hit, and another RBI from Gratus as Beckenham comes home. Runners at first and second for Puppy, who's gonna hit one right down the middle. Runners at first and second as Kulik Warner is safe all the way from second. 9-4 is now the score with 2 outs, and the Hepcats are punching back. And as I say that, the bases are loaded again as James Diamond beats the throw. But there's a ground out at second as Dion tries to advance. It ends the 6th with Kansas City drawing back 3 runs.
Life here for the Hepcats late in the game. Denstro's going to charge that one to left field for an out. Dan King Jr. up the middle. Second baseman's got it in the shift. That'll be the 2nd out. Brennan to the second baseman as well. So 3 up, 3 down. Just as Kansas City gets hot, California goes cold. We go bottom of the 7. Maybe Kansas City can score more.
It looks like we have late game drama as Confer is on the mound and has a base hit. 1 on, no outs for Mills, who strikes out swinging on a sinker. This is a double play, and it's a 1-2-3 as the Hepcats shut down the Kansas City offense.
Top of 8th, long ball is going to strike out Ren Foster. Guess that one to center field, but nope. Center fielder doesn't have to move for the second out. French Fry with a 3-for-4 day. Finally, they get him out for the second time. Grounded to the third baseman. 1-2-3 inning for the Firehawks. Now's Kansas City's time to strike.
6 outs left for Kansas City. Let's see what they can do as Logan Rayner will ground out to the first baseman, bringing Jake Golick-Warren, who is also going to ground out to the first baseman, and Realus Gratus will draw a walk. 1 on, 2 outs for Kansas City, as Girth Pup hits one hard on the left. Runners at first and second with 2 outs for James Dion, who hits one hard to the left. Let's see what it is. The runner from third is safe, coming all the way from second as Dion advances to second and Puppy goes to third. Runners in scoring position for Miss, who draws a walk and loads the bases. The score is 9-5, and Confer is 2 up. Swings and misses, leaving 3 stranded again for KC this game.
Boy, oh boy. Here we go, top of the 9th. Chance for the Firehawks to extend their lead. Kansas City remains hot. Morgan grounds out the shortstop. Ferrero. Oh, and it's going to be an error on the play. So Ferrero gets first. They're going to call that a wild pitch there, so Ferrero gets second. Salmon Arms is going to take a walk, and what could have been maybe a quiet inning turns into something dangerous. Here for the Hepcats. Denstro pops this one up. Second baseman's got that in shallow right. Dan King will strike out, so Kansas City gets out of it. Here's their chance. 3 outs. Take the lead, and you go home happy. Otherwise, we have a game 4.
Kendrick Mills will get a base hit. It's 1 base. Is it 2? No, it is 1. Run around for Beckenham with no out. And that's a lander after the pitcher, as Reiner will get the single while Mills grabs. Got a second. A base on balls for Warren. 2 on, 2 outs for Gradus, who is going to pop out to the shortstop, as California wins. 9-5 is the final score, still trailing the series 2-1.
Indeed, still 2-1, so the reverse sweep is an option at this point.
Oh my god. 23 left on base for Kansas City.
Jeez, and you can see where the trouble lies. Hello. 23 left on base.
So much bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at that. 4 left for Confer, who is currently hitting 188. 5 left on base for Beckenham, who is currently hitting 133. You think just timely hits would have probably won them this game, but California takes it with their 10 hits and 9 runs. Ferrero going 3 for 5 with the 4 RBIs. Oof. Aaron Silence takes the win for California. Sampson takes the loss for Kansas City. And Gladdy Ferrero is going to be your player of the game. Potentially the what could have been had they just played this game just a little bit better. And yet, here we are. Here we go. Well, we've got our next game here. Going to be the Voyagers and the Hepcats. Their game 3. Similar idea here. I said Voyagers Hepcats. I meant Voyagers Raptors. Kind of same idea here. If the Raptors take the win, obviously, that's the end of the series. If the Voyagers get the chance to grab this win and make it 2-1, well, they've got their chance to start the reverse sweep. So, looking at our lineups here, a lot of this goes the way of the Voyagers. In the starting slot there, J.R. Frankenstero in the leadoff position, Ignacio Encarnacion batting 3rd, Jackie Daytona batting 4th, Dusty Stradley batting 6th, Adam Rage batting 7th, Mudcat Skelton batting 8th, and Mason Morgan batting 9th. For the Raptors, Sax Justice, your center fielder, batting 2nd, and Caden Kalian at catcher batting 5th. Big Rig Tig O'Sullivan starting for the Voyagers versus Kit Ketcher And just double checking here, nothing from either of these two teams, so we are good to go. Here into game 3. Raptors and Voyagers.
I will let you choose for this one. I chose the previous one. You choose this one.
Well, fair enough. I'll take Raptors. So go ahead. I forgot to click the pause button.
I will start us off with their freaking Zero striking out for the first out of the game against Kid Catcher. Kirk Swerve will ground out to the first baseman, as the Encarnacion will get a single, and that's a ground out for Jackie Daytona to end the top of the first. Scoreless after half an inning.
All right, Martin Honda gonna lead things off here for the Raptors, and that's gonna be a single in the infield. Ball just could not get to one of the fielders. Sax Justice, just talked about him starting in center field, is gonna strike out. Steve Rogers currently 0 for 8, and with that strikeout, 0 for 9. Stubby McGuire is gonna continue this inning, fly ball to left, and that's gonna do it. So with just the Martin Honda single, no damage against the Voyagers, we go top of the second.
Woof Woof is due up for New York and strikes out swinging, bringing up cold hitter Dustin Strudley, who is still looking for their first hit of the postseason. Is it here? No, it is not. It's a fly out to the right. Adam Rage looks for a hit as well. Doesn't get it. Strikes out swinging, 3 up, 3 down for New York.
Bottom of the second here, Caden Kalian looking for their first hit and not going to get it. Grounder to the pitcher. Beecham Reyes hitting 4 for 8, and that's going to be a line out to the shortstop. Nacho Man to center field. Caught at the warning track, though. So a 3 up, 3 down to inning, and this is a very opposite game to the Miners. We go top of the third.
Turning into a pitcher's duo as Mudcat Skelton pops out to the shortstop. Mason Morgan draws a walk. Runner at first for Frankenstero as Morgan tries to second and is safe. A walk for Frankenstero, 2 on, 1 out for Kirk Swerve. There is no double play. There's the out at second. Ground out at first. No run at home as New York is held scoreless.
Skeeter Rabbit here for the Raptors. It's going to be a fly ball to left field. That's going to be the first out. Charlie Kelly drops that one in. Bloop single to right. Man on first here for Martin Honda hitting 6 for 10. That's going to be a walk. So runners on first and second for Sax Justice. 3 for 10 hitter. Strike 3 called. Well, I guess he swung, so not strike 3 called. Steve Rogers here at the plate, and no, a diving play by Frankenstero in center field's going to get that final out. Still 0-0 going to the top of the fourth.
Pitcher duel is what we're witnessing as Jackie Daytona will fly out to the left, and as I say that, Mark Barkoufer has a base hit on the right. Strike 3 called against Dustin Stradley, who's still looking for a hit. As Adam Raids gets the first hit of the playoffs, it's a single, pushing Bert Barkoufer to second. A drawn walk for Skelton. Bases loaded for Morgan, who's gonna get called for a strike 3, leaving 3 stranded as the game remains tied at 0 after the top of the fourth.
Bases loaded and unable to do anything. Stubby McGuire flies out to right field. Caden Kalian with their first hit, finally 1 for 7 with a single up the middle. Beecham Reyes waits because Kalian will take second on a wild pitch. Beecham Reyes past the third baseman. That's going to go to the wall, so this should be extra bases and the run will score. Beecham Reyes with an RBI double. Finally, this game's first run, 1-0 lead for the Raptors. Nacho Man will strike out. 2 outs in the inning with a runner on second for Skeeter Rabbit hitting 1 for 8. And will strike out as well. So Raptors grab the lead, but it is only 1-0. We go top of the fifth.
Boise drew first blood, but does New York have a response as Fragenstero grounds out at first, dribble to the pitcher, and the throw at first will ground out Kirk Swerve as Iggy Encarnacion will get a single on the left. That's hard, that's high, that's deep, but it is caught before the warning track for out number 3 as New York goes down and is held scoreless.
Bottom of the fifth here. 2-1 count for Kelly. That's going to get into the center field. That's going to go over the center fielder's head. That's going to go for extra bases for a double. Honda hitting 6 for 10 will strike out. Runner on second here for Sachs Justice. 3 for 11. To the second baseman that will go. Moves the runner. Steve Rogers is still looking for their first hit. Will not matter as a wild pitch scores Kelly from third. So Steve Rogers still wanting to get their first hit, but doesn't need to be as timely. It's going to be a fly ball to right, so 0 for 11 goes Steve Rogers. But the Raptors get another run on the wild pitch. We go up 2-0, top of the sixth.
Let's see what Barkov has right now. They're going to fly out to the shallow left, as Dusty Stradley is still hitless, grounding out to first. Training and a miss for Adam Rage. New York goes down 1-2-3.
Bottom of the
Boise up 6-0.
Yeah, still up 6-0. Stubby McGuire's going to ground out to the pitcher. Kalian here with 1 out. Just got their first hit of the postseason. Will be a fly out to left. Never mind. That's going to be an error. So runner will stay on first. Beecham Reyes will strike out. So that should have been the third out of the inning. Let's see if Nacho Man can punish the Voyagers here. Up the middle it goes, and that's going to be a single. First and second here for Skeeter Rabbit. That's going to go to the second baseman, and that will end the inning. Boise up 2-0. Error does not matter. We go top of the seventh.
New York come to their last chances to extend their postseason trip as Mudcat Skeleton will ground out to first. Mason Morgan is called for a third strikeout for out number 2. J.R. Fragenstero drew up by 1-8-2 and strikes out. Looking 1-2-3, down go the Voyagers.
Charlie Kelly here in the bottom of the seventh, coming late in this game. Gonna be the first out here for the Raptors in the seventh inning. Martin Honda. Deep fly ball to center field. Not enough power, though. It's going to be the second out, and Sachs Justice grounder to the shortstop. 3 up, 3 down. Now would be the Voyagers' time to strike. Here we go.
6 outs left for New York. Here's the first 3. Kirk Swerve, Iggy, Encarnacion, and Daytona as Kirk Swerve goes down on 3 strikes. Swing and a miss for Iggy Encarnacion for out number 2. Let's see whether Jackie Daytona can extend the inning and give New York some hope. No, they can't. Again, 1-2-3, down goes New York.
Bottom of the eighth here. Steve Rogers finally with his first hit in this series, and that's going to be a double to center field to make it 1 for 12. Stubby McGuire will be a fly ball to right field, so first out of the inning. Caden Kalian will be intentionally walked to face the .455 hitting Beecham Reyes. And that decision pays off as they get the fly ball to right field. Nacho Man, as there's a wild pitch, so the runners will move to second and third. But Nacho Man will strike out, so still 2-0. And we go top of the ninth, and the Voyagers have 3 outs.
3 outs or the season is over as Mark Wufroff expends one of these outs with a strikeout. Let's see if that Stradley has it. It's an error as Stradley gets to second base. A ground out from Rage for out number 2. Skelton strikes out swinging. as Boise complete the sweep of New York with a 2-0 win, advancing to the conference finals.
And there goes my predictions.
Yeah, I had New York win.
Yeah, I had the Voyagers winning, so it's I'm just expecting no TP. So Boise takes the 3-game sweep. Kelly goes 2 for 3 for Boise. Really, I mean, the only RBI comes from Beecham Reyes, 1 for 4 day. The other run comes from Kelly doing something. 7 hits to
It
4
was a wild
hits.
pitch.
Oh, the wild pitch. That's right. You're right. Wow. Huh. Well, catcher does not get a decision here. Nola's going to get the win in relief. Kenobi gets the save. Big Rig Tigo Sullivan gets a loss in what would be a great start, going 6 innings, giving up only 2 runs if catcher and Nola combined didn't throw a gem. Catcher, Nola, and Kenobi all with 0 ERA at the end of these 3 games. Big Rig Tigo Sullivan is going to be your player of the game, though that's not much consolation when you are no longer able to play baseball for the season. I am just a little surprised. This is nowhere close to what I'd had in mind happening. And these things just happen. These things just happen.
And now we have a game where we have to see 5 games.
Yes! We now have 5 back-to-back-to-back games coming up here. I think I forget. I think I dropped one back-to-back. And so
back to back to back to back, back to back to back to back to back to back. I gave you 10
there we go.
because
10
there's a big
games.
before 10 games.
With that, before we do get started, though, we are going to do our typical here. Demons want some changes. So here we
Yeah,
go.
and I need the mount visit to go grab some water.
Fair enough. Yeah, you go for it. I will go ahead and do all these changes real quick. So we want Sad Pepe to Stopper. 7th and close and high leverage. And stamina for the rest of the bullpen. We'll probably have more pen changes. Fair enough. So, Plague, for you and the Demons, Finn Schultz is at 31%. I'm going to try and do this. I'm probably going to stop doing this as this is taking too long. Schultz at 31% and O'Quarters at 58%. So there's that for you. Let's see. So Plague, I'll give you some time to check. I'm gonna really quickly save. I did get Pepe changed for you there. Vandals. They said they don't want a stamina check, so Vandals will be skipped. Less harms at 29. Scudder is at 31. And Tosin is at 38. There's that for you for the Vandals. Go there. Just give me a heads up what you need. Serpents. Changes for game 4 are Aaron Beckett, none specified. Normal and none. Start Aria instead of Danny. Is Aria a starter? Yes, they are. Okay, cool. Just double checking so that way you guys are not punished. Start Aria instead of Danny, so there we go. And Danny Sullivan, none specified. None. Alright, so there y'all go. CD and Cody. For your bullpen there. Kingpins want a steam. Actually, hang on. We'll get back to you in a second, Kingpins. So the demons wanted quarters back to setup 6 or later, no secondary, and Schultz to none specified, no secondary. Cool. All right, there you go, Plague. Just gonna get you a screenshot. There you go. Vandals. You get harm to none specified.
Non-specified.
Leverage. Same with Scud. And then what's Tosin? I saw Tosin, I just didn't.
Stopper, a throw later, high leverage.
Okay. Sweet, sweet. Whoops. Open up the Windows menu. There you go, Vandals.
Wait. 8 throw later and lead or 8 and close. Because it's two different.
Yeah, it's technically, two different. If you guys want me to change it, I sent you the screenshot. Oh, one more. Okay. Cool. If you have a change that's not in that picture, just give me a heads up. Demon, so thank you. All right, Kingpins. Your turn. Only major one for the Kingpins for you guys here is DePaulo at 28. Your other starters are obviously tired, but they're starters. Not do that. I think I did that. I just didn't send you guys the picture. I think is what happened there for you guys, Vandals. Yeah, Cilium's middle relief, normal. Oh, use more often. Ah, that's where I missed. There you go. All right, there's your last change. Kingpins, DePaulo to none specified. Sweet. Nice and easy change.
And we have the Bears.
Cool. So there is DePaulo's change for you. Very, very nice. All right, Bears. Okay, go for it. Bears.
We have Mace Windu at the non-specified avoid high leverage.
Cool.
We have lots of Heineken Bear at LR avoid high leverage.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the name. Even though I don't drink Heineken, I like the name.
I'm just laughing at the name. It's so funny. The Bears have really good ones. Winnie the Pabst. Lots of Heineken. Yogi Budweiser. Funny. All right, so see if Punk has any other changes.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. That Lumo wants stuff with Firehawks.
Wait, Buzz Lightyear is an actual user. My bad.
No, you're good. Still, I mean, it still fits the theme.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so Firehawks. Nation. Unspecified. What high leverage? Batman's dad. Long relief. Okay. Bam. Give a thumbs up. Scorpions.
The Bears are okay. The Hawks
Just see if
should be okay, but
okay,
let's wait for the thumbs up.
In all honesty, oh cool, we're good to go. I was gonna say, in all honesty, we can just get started with our next game here with Kingpins and Bears. So we can go ahead and get going. We're gonna stick with the same theme, guys. I know some of you wanted to see some of the majors games, but you know, minors just kind of, I'm already on the screen. So we're going to head and continue here. A potential here for 10 more games, a maximum of 12 at the very least, down from 18. But obviously, with each team eliminated, that number decreases. but that also then means teams are eliminated. So let's find out how this goes. We'll jump into the Kingpins Bears here in just a second. We haven't had a chance to talk about their lineup, so things lean heavily the way of the Bears. We've got batting second Greenwall, batting third Belloc Cove, batting fourth Travis Granholm, batting seventh Elwood Hayes, and batting eighth OOTP Wizard. On the side of the Kingpins, batting fifth is Joe Shiesty Jr., batting ninth is Tony Franzanello, and pitching goes the way of the Kingpins in Benny Sheets. Ties in the leadoff and the sixth spot.
But here's the thing, and one thing I don't disagree with OTP, he gets these the ties, the leads, and whatnot by the overall. They're comparing just the overall of the player.
Yes, yeah, rather than how they've been actually performing or how they perform versus the starting pitcher. It is just the overall. Which, it's just the way OTP does it. And with that, we'll go ahead and jump in here. I got to choose last, so your choice here. Kingpins or Brew City?
I will get the Kingpins.
Alrighty. With that, again, for those, I saw people in chat looking at the series tracker. It is not running at the moment, but we do have our series tracker on the left-hand side of our screen, so you can check there that at the moment we have a bunch of 2-1 games, and Boise moves on over the Voyagers. But with that, we'll go ahead and jump in here as the Kingpins lead things off.
That's a base hit for Jeff Windsor to lead us off. And there's another hit by Eric Belmont. Runners in the corners for Porker, who will fly out. Is the ball on time at home? No, it is not. The runner from third tags up and scores. Chicago opens the score 1-0 as Joey Moose gets a single. Hard contact, that was loud, and there's a base hit, a double and an RBI for Joe Shiesty Jr. Chicago up 2-0 as Kobe grounds out for out number 2. Runners in scoring position for Pro, who strikes out swinging.
All right, 2-0 lead for Chicago early. We've got Mustard and Mustard to lead things off, and the Bears' leadoff hitter will strike out. That's one out here so far in the bottom of the first. Greenwall continues with a grounder to the third baseman. 2 outs in the inning. Belloc Cove to center field. A diving play by Shanahan out in center, and that's going to do it. 3 up, 3 down.
Shanahan is due up for Chicago, and they will fly out to the left as Franzanello grounds out to first. Swing and a miss for Windsor. Quick 1-2-3 as Chicago still up 2-0.
Quick inning, quick inning, quick inning. We've got Granholm to lead things off here for the Bears. Grounder to the first baseman. Multoid Man. Grounder to the first baseman. Dropped ball. Grounder up the middle, and that's actually going to be a single, so tying run at the plate here in Elwood Hayes. And to right field, caught at the warning track. Not enough, sounded great, but still a 2-0 lead for Chicago.
Belmont, Foraker, and Moose are due up for Chicago as Belmont gets a base hit. It's a single.
Oh,
that was 2.
yeah.
It got 2. It got both of them there. Smart play from the first baseman as Moose draws a walk and Shiesty strikes out swinging to end the half inning. Wow, that was a smart first baseman there.
That was bad. That was rough on the batter there, or rough on the runner. OTP Wizard will lead things off with a strikeout, hitting 5 for 13 now. Jordan Gonzalez grounded to the shortstop, and that's going to be an out. Mustard and Mustard with 2 outs in the inning is going to take a walk. The runner on first here for Greenwall. That's going to go to the second baseman, and that's going to be an out. So nothing doing here for Brew City. sitting on only one hit through 3. We go top of the 4th.
2-0 after 3 as Kobe would fly out to the left, bringing up Jasper Provinkrux, who strikes out swinging. With Shanahan being up, Shanahan will go high, deep, but it will be caught at the warning track by the right fielder, 3.3. As Brew City get out of here unharmed, still 2-0 Chicago.
Brew City's going to lead things off here. The potential comeback starts now with Cove getting a double to right, or to kind of that right center field. Granholm, it's almost the exact same spot. That's going to be an RBI double. So runner on second, and finally Brew City gets a run. Multoid Man with the grounder to the second baseman will move Granholm to third. Dropped ball to center field, a diving play. They're going to get the out, but Granholm will score, which ties this game at 2. Elwood Hayes will continue this inning, and that's going to be a flyout to center field. And Brew City has finally gotten themselves on the board. 2-2 game, we go top of 5.
We have ourselves a game with Frazzonello popping out. Windsor will fly out to the center for out number 2. Eric Belmont will get a base hit as the ball drops in the shallow center. And that is a pop out to the third baseman for Foraker as Chicago goes down, game tied at 2.
All right, Brew City looking poised to take this lead, and they do! With a home run to right field. I think only our second home run we've seen this stream. OTP Wizard gets the lead with a solo shot. And this inning continues with Jordan Gonzalez hitting one up the middle. Runner on first here for Mustard and Mustard. That's going to go to the second baseman. 4-6-3 double play. They'll get the 2 outs. But Greenwall will strike out. Does not matter all that much as Brew City gets the 3-2 lead. We go top of the 6th.
Brew City has blown back up as Chicago is now down, with Joey Moose getting a single. That is, they decide to get out the runner at second, giving Shiesty the single. As Froby Kobe will pop out, a swing and a miss for Provinkrux. Down goes Chicago. Brew City up 3-2.
All right, Belloc Cove will lead things off here for the Bears with a grounder to the first baseman. Travis Granholm will fly this one center field. That'll finally be an out. Multoid Man to left this time, and that's gonna be a solo shot. The Bears have finally awoken. Their hibernation has ended, and they have taken the lead. Dropped ball here with 2 outs in the inning. They will say swung through that pitch, and so he'll strike out. We go top of the 7th. Final 3 innings. Here we go.
Well, here we go as Shanahan grounds out to the first baseman. Frazzonello gets a single with 1 out as Windsor strikes out swinging. Strike 3. And a strike 3 call against Belmont for out number 3 as Brew City remains up by 2.
We go bottom of the 7th here, and to remind you all of the situation, if Brew City holds on to this lead, as Hayes lines out and Wizard will fly out to center, if Brew City holds on to this lead, they will move on and Chicago will be eliminated. Gonzalez pops this one up, and the first baseman's got it, so we go top of the 8th. Brew City with the lead.
Oh, we are at the top of the 8th. With Ferger flying out, Moose striking out, swinging for out number 2. Let's see what Shiesty has for us. Joe Shiesty Jr. strikes out swinging. The Bears still hold the lead. And they will now look for insurance runs.
Mustard and Mustard. Yeah, looking for some insurance. Gets that one into right field. Green wall. The runner on first. That's going to drop into right field. And that, wow, Mustard's going to take third. First and third here for Cove. That's going to drop into center field. And as Croy was saying, there's the insurance runs. Bears now up by 3. Granholm with runner on first and second. That's going to go to left field and will be an out. So first in the inning. Multoid Man with 2 men on. Up the middle. They'll get the play at first. So runners on second and third for dropped ball, who will strike out. And a 5-2 lead for Brew City. If they held on, they move on. Top of the ninth coming up.
Bobby Kobe at the plate against Rylan Moffitt. The first out is there. Let's see if Robin Crooks is there. No, safe on the error, as there is a base hit for Shanahan. Runs at first and second with 1 out for Frattonello. The 6, the 4, the 3, the double play, and the end of the game and the series. Bruce City advances after winning the series 3-1. Their opponent is still not determined yet. I think there's a reseeding after the first round.
Yeah, I believe we just have like off days, and those are generally enough to get stamina back up.
No, I mean I'm talking about reseeding.
Oh yes, there is for the minors, the reseeding. Yes, it'll depend on who wins in the second series. But yeah, so yeah, the Bears do move on over the Kingpins, taking the series 3-1. So Cove's gonna go for a 2-for-4 day with an RBI, though a bunch of RBIs spread all across Bruce City. And Chicago takes a couple of RBIs for Fuhrecker and Shiesty Jr. Just not enough to hold on there as Heineken Bear. Good swap from the GM, though in relief takes the win. Moffitt takes a hold. Buzz Lightyear gets the save. Sheets takes the loss for Chicago, and Benny Sheets is the player of the game while receiving the loss. The Brew City Bears move on, and we move on to our next prime game, our next live game here, as the Firehawks and the Hebcats go head-to-head here in Game 4. And this will be our fifth.
There is a trend setting up. We've had 3 games, and the team I did the at-bats for has lost all 3 of them.
Interesting. I wonder if we should flip a coin then.
So, I mean, I'm feeling bad for choosing.
I would say, so, okay, I mean, let's just make this easy. Last time, I think you took the Hebcats. I took the Firehawks, so let's swap. Maybe that'll...
Yeah, let's swap, and Firehawks, I'm sorry, but if you guys lose, it's just the caster curse.
Let's say
it's the caster curse.
We'll just have to find out if we can break this curse here. Things looking fairly similar to last time we saw both of these teams. So not going to go through the full lineups, but Johnny Tsunami, the second, is going to be your starter over Jeffrey Lebowski. Looking very similar, 4.45 ERA versus a 4.95, 1.68 WHIP versus 1.45, 5.7 K per 9 to 6.9, 4.6 walk per 9 to 2.7. So kind of both players kind of leading in some categories, but not leading in others. So the starter pitching could be what's important here. Or it could come down to the bullpens, which is something we've seen quite a few games come down to. With that, we're going to go ahead and dive in, at least get our, just the game portion of this loaded in. Wait just a few moments here, and Game 4, stakes are Kansas City wins. They move on to face, I believe, one of the teams that has a bye. California wins, and they make a deciding Game 5.
And the curse breaks.
And the curse breaks, and they go back to California for Game 5. So, let's see what happens. We'll go ahead and get started here and take it away in the top of the first.
Frank Fry is at the plate against Johnny Tsunami the second, and will ground out at first. Arthur Morgan strikes out swinging. The leader in MLB for runs scored with 98, as Gladys Guerrero will not beat the throw at first. A quick 1-2-3 to start the game for the Hepcat defense.
Kendrick Mills will lead things off for the Hebcats, and that's going to go to center field, so one out there. Shy Miss is going to take a walk, runner on first here for Julian Confer. Miss is going to wait, or Confer's going to wait though, because Miss will get thrown out trying to steal second, and Confer would have probably put Miss on third with that single. James Dion will ground to the second baseman, so maybe the stolen base does not matter, but we'll never know. With no damage done, we go top of second.
Scoreless after one, as Salmon Arms is due up and has a base hit. There's the 5, there's the 4, there's the 3, there's the double play as Duncan Jr. is due up and will ground out at first for a quick 1-2-3.
Bottom of the second here. 0-0 game with Logan Rayner. That's going to get into left field on the ground, so runner on first here for Beckendam. Pop up. Shortstop will get that in very shallow center field. Kulik Warren, 4-6-3 double play. 2 double plays already in this game. We go top of 3, still 0-0.
Here we are at the top of the third as Danny Brennan strikes out swinging. Second strikeout for Tsunami second. That one was hard. There was a crack at the ball, but that's a fly out. For out number 2, and there is a base hit by Ren Foster. Runner at first, that's a hard hit. There's the 5-4 throw for out number 3. As California is here to scoreless still.
Strike 3.
Gratis leads things off with a strikeout in the bottom of the third. Girth Poppy, their catcher, 7 for 14 so far at the plate. Grounder to the second baseman for the second out. Kendrick Mills gets that one up the middle for a single. Runner on first here for Shia Miss. Gonna be a strikeout, and that's gonna be the inning. Still 0-0. We go top of fourth.
Scoreless after 3, as Arthur Morgan will ground out at first for out number 1, and Gladys Guerrero hits that one out of here. 398 feet. So low, shot with an exit velocity of 107.5 miles per hour. California gets the 1-0 lead. Salmon Arms will pop out to the right, with Denstro popping out to the right. California draw first blood here after 2.5 innings.
All right, Julian Confer will lead things off as California has grabbed the lead here in Game 4. I really shouldn't say anything about the score, as James Dion hits a homer to right field, and the Hepcats have the lead here in the 4th inning. We go to Rayner with no outs here in the 4th inning. That's going to be a grounder to the second baseman for the first out. Beckendam will take a walk, runner on first here for Kulik Warren. Potential to do more damage here for the Hepcats, That's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Never mind, I just need to shut up about anything. As Kansas City gets the lead, we go top of the fifth.
That's a hard crack at the ball by Dan King Jr. There's a ground out at first. Another hard crack by Brennan, and another ground out at first. Ball gets a hard crack and gets a base hit right down the middle for 1-on-2 out for Foster, who's going to ground out at first to end the half inning. Kansas City still up 2-1.
Bottom of the fifth here, halfway through this game. Gratis grounds to the third baseman, first out. Girth Poppy, center field, diving play by French Fry is going to be the second out there. And Kendrick Mills to right field. That is no doubt about it. Solo shot for Kendrick Mills, and Kansas City extends their lead. That curse may still be alive. Shy a miss. Fly ball here to center field, and that's going to do it. They'll finally get out of the inning. Kansas City puts another run on the board, 3-1 lead.
Top of the sixth, here we go as California is looking for 2 runs to tie the game up. French Fry will strike out looking for out number 1. That is a fly out by Arthur Morgan, tried for out number 2, as Gladys Guerrero will fly out at the warning track. Was going there for a second solo shot, but no, sir. As a
Strike 3.
Yeah, here, bottom of the sixth, Julian Confer will continue, or well, I guess lead off this inning here with the first out. James Dion with a solo shot earlier this game will pop this one up. Catcher gets that. I'm not quite sure if that was fair or foul territory. Rayner grounds the third baseman, so 3 up, 3 down after Kansas City puts 3 unanswered. No in the sixth. Chance for California here in the seventh.
9 outs left for the Hawks. There's number 1 from Solomon Arms. Then Stroh will hit one hard on the left. Will get 1 base. Since you know it's not, it's a single. Swing and miss by Dan King Jr. for out number 2. 1 on, 2 outs for Danny Brennan, who grounds out at first. And here we go at the 7-inning stretch. Kansas City up 3-1.
Beckenham will lead things off for the Hepcats, and that's going to be a strikeout up against... I just realized Lebowski's still on the mound here, starting pitcher for the Firehawks. Kolek Warren is going to get that one into center field, so another hit here for the Hepcats. Gratis to the third baseman, 5-4-3, a double play, another double play. I think that's 3 or 4 in this game. We go top of the 8th. Kansas City still ahead by 2.
The California defense 8 point. Let's see if their offense can turn it up. As ball grounds out for out number 1, Foster strikes out for out number 2. And let's see what French Fry can do. Wow, that one was smashed. That one was smashed.
Oof.
That ball was destroyed for a solo shot. The sound of the hit. Morgan draws a walk here. That's a hard hit right down the middle. It's a base hit. 2 on. As Salmon Arms gets a base hit, runners at first and second. As the runner from Morgan is safe all the way from third, the game is tied at 3. And there's the pop out to the pitcher for out number 3. The game is tied at 3.
Well, what looked like a Kansas City win has turned things around as OOTP does what OOTP does. Girth Poppy's going to fly out to right. Kendrick Mills takes a walk. Runner on first for shy a miss. That's going to go to left field, but that'll be an out. Well hit, but just to where the fielder was. Julian Confor will fly out to left as well. And here we go. Top of 9. Tied 3-3. Will it go to California or Kansas City?
Let's see if the curse can break. As Dan King Jr. will get a single to lead off. The 6, the 4, the 3, the double play. As long ball gets a base hit with 2 outs, 1 on 2 outs for 4. Who's going to hit on high, deep, but it is caught by the center fielder to retire the side.
All right, walk-off territory, and already a home run hitter here in this game. Dion, no, they take a walk. Rayner with a runner on first. Dion's on the move. Safe at second, but out at home as Rayner strikes out. Beckendum to the second baseman. Second out of the inning. Kulik Warren just needs a single, and they will not get it. This game is tied at 3. We go top of the 10th.
Free baseball. Here we go as French Fry will get a base hit. Arthur, no, that's a stolen base attempt, and it's safe, a wild pitch, and Fry is at third. A walk for Morgan, runners in the corners for Ferrero. Has a homer, do they add a second one? No, they don't, but they do add a run. As California takes the 4-3 lead with runners at first and second with no outs at the top of the 10th. Hard hit high by Salmon Arms, but it is an out. The runners do not attempt to advance to on 1 out as there's another wild pitch. Both runners advance, runners in scoring positions for Denstro, who's going to fly out. But the runner from third will tag home. Morgan will score 5-3 California. There's a runner still at second with 2 outs. And here's a walk for Dan King Jr. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And there's the conga line. Base is loaded. Let's see what ball has. And that's a strikeout, leaving the runners stranded.
All right, 2 innings in the top of the 10th. Hepcats need 2 to continue this game, 3 to walk it off. Gratis leads things off with a strikeout. Down to 2 outs. Girth Poppy hitting 7 for 17. It's going to go to the shortstop. That's going to be an out. Kendrick Mills up the middle. That's going to get into center for a single. That puts the tying run at home and shy a miss. That's going to get past the diving third baseman. Tying run at first base. Julian Confer the go-ahead run. That's going to drop into right field. Bases loaded. They don't send the runner. James Dion with a homer already. Drops that one into right field. That's going to score the runner from third. That's going to score the runner from second. We are tied at 5. 2 outs in the inning. Runner on second. Rayner could send the Hepcats home happy, and they don't. We go to the 11th, tied 5-5. OTP loves its drama.
Game manufactured OTP drama. Here we go. Top of the 11th. Swing and a miss for Red Forster, the DH. Hard crack by French Fry. There's a drop, and French Fry reaches on the error. Stolen base attempt. Safe. Let's see what Morgan has. Morgan has a pop out. French Fry doesn't attempt to advance. 1 on at second and 2 outs. That's a wild pitch, and French Fry advances to third. There's a diving catch by the center fielder Kendrick Mills here to retire the side. Walk-off opportunity right there for Kansas City.
And here we go. Beckendum grounded to the shortstop for the first out. Kulik Warren hitting 421. Just need a base runner. Grounds to the second baseman. Gratis. Just need to get someone on base. And Gratis gets on base with 2 outs. Runner on first for Girth Poppy. That's going to be a wild pitch. A single could end this game. Girth Poppy takes a walk. Gives it over to the 400 hitting Kendrick Mills. 3 for 4 in this game with a homer. And flies out to right. And that's not going to do it. We go top of the 12th.
Free Baseball Volume 3, as the Salmon Arms will fly out to the center fielder for out number 1. There's a strike 3 called on Dunch and Straw for out number 2. That King Jr. is on the mound, draws a 4-pitch walk. The runner is at first as Brennan will get a base hit. King goes all the way to third, will try for home, and is safe as Cali takes the lead. King gets a double. Brennan gets double, King scores. Balls will out as California has a slim 1-run lead.
We've been here before. Kansas City just needs one to tie. Shy miss gets to center field. That's going to be a single, so tying run at first. Go ahead, run at the plate, and Julian Confer. Confer to left field. Looks like it's going to be an out, though. James Dion, 2 for 4 with a home run already today to the shortstop, and they're not going to get the out. Runners on first and second for Rayner. A single will win this game. They take a walk, or a single win it. Beckendum with bases loaded at the plate. Fly ball, center field. They'll send the runner. A play at the plate, and he's out! Kansas City does not tie the game. California wins.
That's bad third base coaching.
From deep in center field. That was at the wall.
That's bad coaching. That's bad third base coaching. You have only one out. The ball's at the air. Send the runner from third home.
I can't believe that. Kansas City falls to California. Wow. The Firehawks take the win 6-5 in 12 innings. 3 hits for Ferrero with 2 RBIs, 2 hits for Fry, 2 hits for Salmon Arm, 2 hits for Ball. California with 13 hits total. Kansas City with 13 hits as well. James Dion with 4 RBIs and just could not bring in any more. 4 RBIs, and that's just not enough. Whiplash takes the win, though gets a blown save. Biglet gets the save for California. Schwartz with the loss. James Dion, your player of the game, and I really can't say too much else about this, as we're going to move on, as we will have a game
broken. This is broken.
Wow. Okay. So, Vandals wanted us to do one more thing before their game, which is coming up now. So, okay, so Toast and Stopper, they said, ninth and close is not an option for Stopper, so I'm just going to leave it. Ciliums should be set up 6 or later and high leverage. Beatty should be middle relief. Normal, long relief. Goofball should be none. Avoid high leverage specialist. Okie dokie. Bam. Cool. There you go. All right. Oof. Well, everyone, it's about that time that you all have, I would imagine, been waiting for. Majors games coming up. They would like me to check again for Stopper. Stopper does not get the ninth and close. It's Closer that gets ninth and close. There we go. No problem, no problem. So, here we go. Our next potential elimination game, Vancouver is up 2-1. Again, same consequences. Vancouver takes the win, they move on. The Sloths take the win, and they push this to a potential Game 5. We are 5th live streamed game of the night. So let us see how this goes. Shota Todoroki on the mound there for the Sloths, and Wendy Marvell on the mound there for the Vandals. You had the curse. The Firehawks just broke it. But with that, you know what? You've had the away team for a few times here. I'll go ahead and take the Sloths, just to shake things up a little bit here.
All right.
Do we have a better view than this? Their field does not have a great wide view. I think default's better in their park. Swap these around really quick. Alrighty, here we go, folks. Sloths, Vandals. Sloths win, causes a Game 5. Vandals win, and they move on. Sloths go home, not happy. Anchovy's going to lead things off here, though, for the Sloths with a strikeout. First out here in the inning. Going to bring up Bobby McDonald Jr. Going to be a grounder to the first baseman, and that'll be an out. Theophilus Suidot will strike out, and that's going to do it. So we go bottom of the first.
Sandwiches, Rob, and Dup are due up for over, with Sandwiches leading off with a walk and a stolen base attempt. That's safe. Strike 3 called on the string for Shrub. Another stolen base attempt by Sandwiches, and that's success as Dup strikes out swinging. The runner still at third for Lump O'Sullivan. The runner tugs home, but the ball is caught at the warning track. The man is left stranded as Vancouver scores 0.
Strike 3.
All right, Eshelman will lead things off, and that's going to be a strikeout here in the top of the second. Ezra Oatmeal will hit that one to the third baseman. Easy play. Big Vito will strike out as well. We go bottom of the second, 0-0.
Bottom of the second, here we go, as Daniel Martinez will draw a walk. That's the second walk from Todoroki. There's a blip. The runner at second is caught, but there is a single by Diamond as Stern strikes out. Strikeout number 3 for Todoroki in the game. That's strike number 4 for Todoroki as the Vancouver side is retired.
Sneaky Sneck is going to lead things off, and there's the first hit of the game. Sneck gets a single. Long Pipe's going to follow that up with a little fly ball to left. It'll be one out. Albies gets the one into the left field corner. They're going to circle the bases. That'll be a double. Runners on second and third for Anchovy. Fly ball to left field. Pretty shallow. I would not send the runner, and yet there they go. And that'll be the final out. So still 0-0. We go bottom of the third. Looks like that was a ground out from Hayes here, and a long fly ball from Sandwiches. Shrub will ground that one, and that's going to go into the corner for a double. Dup will strike out, and there we go. So going back to the top of the fourth. McDonald Jr. is going to lead things off here. That's going to go off the wall in right field. And McDonald Jr. is going to get a triple from that. And Suidot, that is almost upper deck. San
It's just
Antonio.
smashed.
Yeah, I mean, just shy of the upper deck. 383 feet, so 2-run homer for the Sloths. Eshelman will strike out swinging for the first out of the inning. Ezra Oatmeal continues the inning here, hitting 333. It's going to be a grounder to the first baseman. And big Vito to right field, and that's going to be a homer. 2 home runs in this inning for the Sloths, puts them up 3-0. Gonna put Sneaky Sneck on the plate, though, with 2 outs.
Strike 3.
And Sneck will strike out, so 3-run lead here for the Sloths. We go bottom of the 4th.
The Sloths are up by 3 as the Vandals are 2 up, with Lampo Sullivan popping out to the center fielder in shallow center. Strike 3 called for Martinez, who strikes out Logan. 2 outs with Diamond up, and there's the ground out to retire the side who wants a 3.
All right, back to the Sloths here with their 3-0 lead. Oops, one right there. Longbite's going to strike out to lead things off. So 1 out in the inning here brings up Albies. Gonna be a pop up and a pop out to the first baseman. Anchovy to left field is going to be an out, so 3 up, 3 down there for the Sloths. Still 3-0 lead. We go bottom of the 5th for the Vandals.
Vancouver is looking to answer back. Not here as Stern grounds out to first. Same for Zyron Pryor, who gets called for a strike 3. Huston Hayes will get a base hit right through the middle. 1 on, 2 outs for Pork Chop Sandwiches, who's gonna fly out to the right field.
All right, top of the 6th, Bobby McDonald Jr. Grounder the third baseman, and there's an out. Fellas Suadot. That's going to get into left field. That's going to bounce off the wall. And runner on second here. Brian Eshelman will take a strikeout. And Ezra Oatmeal will strike out as well. So with runner on second, nothing doing. Still 3-0 for the Sloths.
Five and a half innings in, the Sloths are up 3-0 as Shrub draws a walk. Stand up gets a base hit. It's a single, 2 on, no outs for Lampo Sullivan, who grounds out at first, but the runners advance at second and third. Runner is going to position.
Well, we go top of 7 here. Big Vito at the plate. Be a fly ball to center field there for the first out. Sneck's going to take a walk. Runner on first here for the Sloths with Lenny Longpipe coming up to the plate. Pop up to the shortstop for the second out. Albies to right field, and that's going to do it. So nothing doing there for the Sloths in the 7th. We go bottom of 7. Will the Vandals come back with a 2-run deficit?
3-1 is the score as we're heading to the stretch. As Styles Stern will ground out. Another ground out for Zyron Pryor. A base hit for Huston Hayes. Runner at first. Let's see what Pork Chop Sandwiches can do with 2 outs and 1 on. Sandwiches will draw a walk. 2 on, 2 out for Reggie Shrub, who draws a walk. Now the bases are loaded. Antonio has now walked 2. A stand up will draw a walk, driving Hayes in. The lead is now cut to 1, with bases remaining loaded. As Lampo Sullivan will hit one hard and deep, but it will be caught in the shallow right to end the half inning, retiring the side.
3 consecutive walks to walk in a run there. Anchovy's going to ground to the shortstop. Bob McDonald Jr. is going to take a walk. Runner on first there for Suadot. Wait though, Bobby McDonald Jr. takes second. Sudat will strike out. Eshelman will take a walk. Runners on first and second for Ezra Oatmeal. And they'll strike out as well, so with the Vandals on the surge, the Sloths have been silent. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Potential for the Vandals to take the win.
The Vandals are grabbing one run. Do they have more of that? Daniel Martinez would ground out to first. But also ground out. Second.
He's going to bring up Big Vito here in the top of the 9th, and that's going to be the first out. Sneck's going to strike out looking, and so Long Pipe, last chance for the Sloths to stack on any runs. Long Pipe's going to get a infield single there. Albies past the first baseman's going to get that one into right field, and that'll be a run. It's going to be, let's say, they say that's going to be a double with the runner advancing to third on the throw. Anchovy takes a walk. Runner on first and third, and a pop-up from Bobby McDonald Jr. is going to end it. We go bottom of the 9th here, and hopefully the robots have gone away.
Hopefully.
Strike 3.
Strike 3 for Zern Fryer for out number 1. Hayes and Sandwiches are 2 up. Will Hayes get on base again? No, they won't. Out number 2. Both Sandwiches ground out for out number 3, and we go to game 5. Back in San Antonio.
Back to San Antonio indeed, as they take game 4 in a very quiet matchup. 12 hits in total between both teams. Honestly, not a whole lot crazy happened. A few home runs, but really 8 hits to 4, 4 runs to 2. Not a whole lot to talk about. 2 hits with 2 RBIs for Suadot, and 2 hits for Hayes in Vancouver. That's about it. A lot more on the pitchers here. Todoroki goes 6 2/3 with 2 earned runs. Marvell, almost the same idea, 6 1/3 with 3 earned runs. Antonio gets a hold, and Camden Jr. gets a save. Shota Todoroki is going to be your player of the game. So not a whole lot there going on. We move on to our 6th live stream game. And that's going to be the Demons and the Scorpions. We'll take a quick peek at this matchup here. As, let's see, looking at the overalls, the 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 6th slots go the way of Death Valley. It's going to be Ruben Ramirez hitting leadoff, Chris Jacob hitting 3rd, Tex Walker hitting 5th, and hitting 6th. For the Demons, Adam Mellott hits 2nd, Keegan Halverson hits 4th, James Lutz hits 8th, and Jet Jaguar hitting 9th, with Damian Jansen Crenshaw taking the pitching over Giuseppe Jones. What does that mean for us here? Well, Death Valley did take game 1. Detroit came kind of stomping back a little bit in games 2 and 3. Now here at the Danny Dividome, this ballpark is built for Death Valley, but as you kind of look over on the other side as well, there are a lot of left-handed hitters for the Demons, and so this could also benefit Detroit going forward. We'll just have to see how this plays out. With that, just double checking a couple things. I think we're good to go. We're going to jump in. And do you want the Demons or the Scorpions?
I'll take the Scorpions.
Alrighty. With that, I will lead things off here with Barry Bonds up against Giuseppe Jones.
Strike
Bond's going to strike out looking to lead off this game. Adam Melot going 0 for 10 at the moment. It's going to be a fly ball to right field for the second out. Jimmy Blamo will pop this one up on the left side of the infield, and that's going to do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Demons. We go bottom of the first for Death Valley.
Old hitter Ruben Ramirez would lead off for Death Valley, and as I say that, Ramirez gets it out.
Strike 3.
Trevor Duncan strikes out swinging. Chris Jacob with a runner in scoring position will have a trip out. Doesn't beat the throw. 2 outs as Ramirez advances to third. Ramirez goes home, but Franco pops out to the shortstop to retire to the side.
Top of the second here with Keegan Halverson to lead things off, and that's going to be an out to left. Scruff McGruff will strike out looking for the second out of the inning. And I believe Stellan Apollo will take a walk. Runner on first here for Larry B. Burnside.
Strike 3.
And they will strike out as well, so nothing doing for Detroit. Through 2 innings, we go bottom of the second.
Walker is up for DVS, and Walker will pop out. Third baseman hard hit by but it's a fly out at right field. Does Max Power have Max Power? They do, but it is caught at the warning track with 1, 2, 3. DVS goes down.
Quiet game pitching duel so far. Top of the third, James Lutz pops this one up and caught by the first baseman. Jet Jaguar, grounder to the shortstop. There's an out. Barry Bonds to right field, and a diving play by Ruben Ramirez at the wall. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down. Go bottom of the third.
Bumpy Flabo and Ruben Ramirez are 2 up. DVS Ascoma, the DH, will strike out. Trainings for out number 1. That's strikeout number 2 for Johnson Crenshaw. And that's a drop by the first baseman as Thunderbolt reaches first. And there's the double play. They get Ramirez, they get Thunderbolt, they get the size retired.
Adam Melot's going to lead off for the Demons, and a diving play in left field now. It's going to be the first out. Blamo is going to ground out to the third baseman. Keegan Halverson will ground out to the shortstop, and this game is silence through 4. We go bottom of the fourth.
Jordan will lead inning number 4 for DVS. Is that the first single? No, it is not. The first inning in the game on time. The ground out for Chris Jacob. Water Franco is ground out at first as well. 3 ground out at first base. And DVS is retired again. 1, 2, 3.
Whole lot of nothing through 5. Scruff McGruff grounded to the shortstop. Stellan Apollo. Fly ball to left field, and that's going to be an out. And Larry B. Burnside grounded to the shortstop. So continued 3 up, 3 down innings for Detroit. We're halfway through this game. It is still 0-0.
Or is due up. Let's see what they do. They would fly out to F. Out number 1. Out number 2 is a strikeout on bring up Max Power with 2 outs. And that's a line drag directly to the waiting arms of the right fielder, retiring the side of 1, 2, 3.
Top of the 6th, James Lutz. First hit, finally, for the Demons. The no-hitter for Giuseppe Jones is over, and they yank him immediately. Lutz will steal second, so a runner in scoring position for Jet Jaguar. They take a walk. Barry Bonds with runners on first and second. And there it goes. As soon as Giuseppe is taken out, the bullpen melts. 3-run homer for Bonds. And it is a 3-0 game. Adam Melot with no one on and no outs. That's going to be a single to right. Jimmy Blammo with a runner on first, grounder to the pitcher. They'll get the out at second. Keegan Halverson with a runner on first, drops that into right field. That'll put the runner on second. One out here for Scruff McGruff. Pop up in the infield, and that's going to be an out. Apollo, 2 men on, 2 outs, fly ball, left field. Not enough. That will end the inning, but Detroit finally strikes up against Death Valley's pitching, and they put 3 on the board.
What looked like a perfect game for DVS turned into a 3-0 Detroit lead with Kuma flying out to the center field. And that looks like another fly out for Pete Sandoval. Let's see what Ruben Ramirez has. Ruben Ramirez has a base hit. No, they don't. A diving catch by the center fielder, Scruff McGruff, to retire the side 1-3.
Larry B. Burnside will lead things off here with a little fly ball to left. James Lutz with a grounder to the second base, or that's wrong side of the infield, the shortstop. Jet Jaguar
Strike 3.
will strike out, and 3 up, 3 down, go Boof. Wow, Detroit. I know my teams and what directions to go.
DVS is up as Trevor Zangano will round out to the first baseman. Chris Jacob grounds out to the first baseman. When Franco draws a walk runner at first for X Walker, and Walker would just throw directly to the pitcher. That's reflected there to retire the side.
Barry Bonds will lead things off here for Detroit with a strikeout, so 1 in the inning. Melott will follow things up here with another strikeout. 2 outs in the inning. Jimmy Blammo's going to come up to the plate here, hitting 2 for 17. It's going to be a fly ball to center field, and that's going to do it. So another 3 up, 3 down inning. Silence from Death Valley. Now's their chance to strike.
We ground out to the first baseman. I thought the throw, but not the umpire. Max Power will pop. And Kuma will round out to the first. Week 1, 2, 3, down goes Death Valley.
All right, Detroit wants some insurance runs here top of the 9th. Keegan Halverson's going to ground to the second baseman. Scruff McGruff will take a walk. Runner on first here for Stellan Apollo, hitting only 1 for 7, though McGruff will steal second successfully. So single here brings in McGruff, and there's the single, and there's the run. 4-0 lead for Detroit. That's the insurance one they wanted. Larry Burnside with the runner on first. We'll wait for Apollo, who is caught stealing, so not a great play there. They will get the out at first from Burnside. With a 4-run lead, we go bottom of the 9th, Death Valley's last chance.
3 outs for Death Valley to find 4 or 5 runs. That's a base hit for the plannable from 9 hole. That's a double. As Romero grounds out, advancing Duncan at third. The ground out at first. And another ground out at first. And that's game. Detroit gets the 4-0 win and the 3-1 series win, advancing to the conference finals, waiting for the winner of the NOLA Seattle series.
What? I don't know. This was quiet. This was a quiet game. Not a whole lot happened. Honestly, this series has kind of been not exciting necessarily. The Demons take this 4-0 win in pretty much a pitcher's duel. The 3-run homer from Barry Bonds being your only offensive appearance. Jansen Crenshaw does take the win, going 9 innings, throwing a shutout. Giuseppe Jones takes the loss, going 5 and giving up 1. Damian Jensen Crenshaw is your player of the game, and Detroit moves on to the championship series.
A 1.1 ERA from the JC.
That's
Playing 2 games.
yeah, that's gonna be dangerous going forward here in the playoffs. Whoever faces Detroit of New Orleans and Seattle is gonna have their life kind of rough ahead of them. With that, we will get into our final game 4 here. Again, same stakes. Seattle moves on with a win. We go back to New Orleans if the Rougarou take this game. Overalls go number 2, Ryan Cacao, hitting 3rd, Rock Out with her Crocs Out, hitting 4th, Jose Slothseco, and hitting 5th, Kristov Kaprokrasov for the Sea Serpents. Side of New Orleans, leading off, W.R. Wolf, hitting 6th, Nigel Ortega, hitting 7, Jet Stargasm, hitting 8, Cross Erickson, and hitting 9, Ness Kind. Starting pitchers, Straight Gas Homie and Athena Aria tie for the overall.
It's interesting to see because Wolfington is coming off a 40 home run season and 114 RBIs. I mean, you have so many RBIs through the lineups.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can score from Seattle, but there is a lot of scoring coming from New Orleans. You can see the home runs from 1 through 7. You have guys with 18, 19, and then 20 plus.
Yep, so the long ball is going to play good here for New Orleans. Going to rely on Aria and the bullpen for Seattle to limit those homers in their last chance. Well, I guess it's not Seattle's last chance here. In their attempt to take this series. With that, we'll go ahead and jump in here. Would you like?
I will start us off.
Hmm?
I will start us off.
Alrighty, go for it.
We are Wolf at the plate to start the game for New Orleans, and that's a strikeout swinging. Batting 302 against Serpent this season, but strikes out here. Let's see what Perk Factor has. Perk Factor strikes out. And hot hitter Ted Ford Wolfington is on at the plate, only batting 167 in the playoffs. But as I say that, oh, that's a fly out for a quick 1-2-3.
Alrighty, not much doing there, so we go and see Seattle. Cody Kochan's going to lead things off there with a strikeout. Ryan Cacao with 1 out in the inning, hitting 1 for 12. Make it 1 for 13 with a fly out to center. Rock Out with a Crocs Out with a grounder to the second baseman. And that's going to do it. We're going to actually just quickly... This view is just a little better for this ballpark. And we'll continue.
Todd Hafner is at plate and has a base hit. First base hit of the game by Todd Hafner. Let's see what Edgar can do. Check swing. It's called a strike. Out number 1. As Nigel Ortega strikes out. Looking. Jet Stargasm will hit on high, will hit on deep, and that is gone. That is gone. A 2-run blast by Jet Stargasm. Driving into and giving New Orleans a 2-0 lead with 2 outs. As Cross Erickson gets a strike 3 called, New Orleans is up 2-0. We're heading to the bottom of the second.
Well, this is what we talked about. New Orleans relies on the homer, and Sea Serpents need to silence it, and unable to do so there. Slothseco will fly out here. Kaprokrasov with a line out to center field. And Babbitt person grounded to third baseman, and that's going to be it. 3 up, 3 down. Seattle not holding on to the lead here. We go top of the third.
New Orleans leading to add to their lead as Neskind steps up to the plate and draws a walk. We are with only batting 154 in the playoffs with strikeout swinging. That's out number 1. Runners at base, strikeout swinging for Park Factors. 1 on 2 outs for Ted for Wolfington, who gets a base hit. Neskayan advances, Tedford advances. Does Neskayan at home? No, they don't. Runners in scoring position for Todd Hafner, who's going to draw a walk. The bases are loaded for Eddie Carr, who's hitting 500 in the playoffs, 6 for 12. That's a foul. Out, the bases are left loaded, and the game is still 2-0.
All right, 2-0 here still. Full count here for Cairo, who will strike out swinging. 1 out in the inning with Mike Forbes Jr. hitting 100, 1 for 10. It's going to be a grounded to the second baseman, and Sean Knox hitting also 1 for 10. I think Shane Knox, actually. And that'll also be a strikeout, so nothing doing there for Seattle. We go top of 4.
Nadia Ortega is late and strikes out swinging 1 for 2 tonight with a homer and 2 RBIs. Bringing up Sid Stargaz batting .231, having 2 home runs already. Stargaz will draw a walk, 1 on, 1 out for Cross. Erickson hits one high, but it will be caught in the infield by the second baseman. Stolen base attempt by Stargaz is safe, as Neskayan will not hold out for out number 3. New Orleans still up 2-0.
Bottom of the 4th here. Cody Kochan leading things off. That's going to drop into right center field. It's going to go to the walls, so double there for Cody Kochan. Cow with a huge hit. Timely homer for Ryan Cacao and the Sea Serpents. That makes a 2 for 2 game. Tied here in the 4th. No outs here for Rockout with her Crocs out. That's going to be a walk. Runner on first for Jose Slotseco. That's going to get to the wall. Nice hard hit liner there for Slotseco, and that's going to put runners on second and third for Kropokrosov. That's going to get into right field. Runner scores from third, so first and third here for Babbitt Person. That'll be a strikeout. 1 out in the inning for Cairo. It's going to be a long fly ball to right field. They'll tag the runner. And safe at home. 4 runs here in this inning for Seattle. Mike Forbes Jr. will line out to the second baseman, and that's going to be the end of the inning. 4 runs in the 4th. We go top of the 5th.
Seattle is up by 2 after coming back, as Werewolf will get a single to improve their average to 200. Check swing, but the still base attempt is saved by Park Factors and by Werewolf, and that's a base hit by Park Factors. It's a double, as Werewolf takes his place at home, scoring 1. 3-4. Seattle is up still. Ground out for Huffington, but Factors is at third, and Hafner will drive them in to tie the game up. That's a dribble. That's a fielder's choice. Gar reaches. Hafner is out, and Ortega will strike out swinging. Game is tied at 4.
Well, as Seattle scores, New Orleans respawns. Knox is going to ground out to the shortstop. Cody Kochan's going to ground to the pitcher, and they'll get the out. Ryan Cacao with that big homer. And, ooh, that's going to be bobbled by the second baseman, so they'll rule it an error.
Strike 3.
Rockout with their Crocs out will strike out swinging, and that does it for the 5th inning. Halfway through this game, tied 4-4, we go top of the 6th.
Arias still in game. Oh my god. That was right at the right fielder. Wow. And that's out number 2. And that's out number 3. A quick 1, 2, 3. I thought that was a home run by Stargaz.
Could have been, but wasn't. Slotseco is going to lead off here, and that's going to be a fly ball to center. Kropokrosov grounds to the first baseman. Babbitt Person, grounder to the third baseman, and no, bobbled on the throw. They'll rule error on third baseman. Cairo will ground to the second baseman, so no damage done. Kind of scary there for just a moment, but we go top of 7th, still 4-4.
3 innings left to play. The game is tied at 4. Wolf draws a walk. 1 on, no outs, stolen base attempt, and they are gunned down for out number 1. And that is bubbled as Park Factors remains at first. Wolfington will strike out swinging. Let's see. What?
Did they pick him off?
What? What happened there?
I think they picked him off at first. Wow. Well, Forbes Jr. is going to pop that one up in the infield. Knox will ground to the first baseman, and Cody Kochan will strike out swinging. So, wow, picked off at first to end the 7th, and nothing doing for the Serpents in the bottom. We go top of 8.
That's another walk to lead off. That one for Hafner. What Eddie Garr is going to do? Eddie Garr is going to strike out swinging. That's 12 strikeouts now for Arya, as Duke Cinch is in game for Seattle now, and that's a fly out from Ortega. Stardust will ground out to first. The game remains locked at 4 runs apiece.
Still 4-4, 2 strikes on Cacao, and that'll be strike 3 swinging. 1 out in the inning for Rockout with her Crocs out. Hitting 308. And that'll be a strikeout. So 2 outs in the inning here. 2 strikeouts for your cool red. Sloss Seiko with a fly ball to right. And that's going to do it. 3 up, 3 down. We go top of the 9, tied 4-4. Someone needs to score a run here.
Or it's free baseball.
Strike 3.
Strike 3 called on the swing for Cross Erickson, who goes down for out number 1.
Strike
A
3.
close game tied at 4 as Neskind strikes out looking. That's out number 2.
Strike 3.
Werewolf strikes out swinging. 1, 2, 3 for Duke Cinch as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Seattle has a chance to walk off.
Walk off city. Here we go. Krapograsov up the middle. Runner on first here for Bob Babbitt person. That's going to be a strikeout. Kairu with Krapograsov still on first. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. Second out there. Forbes Jr. It's going to strike out, so walk-off not happening. We have some free baseball, top of the 10th coming up.
So many extra innings tonight. So many.
Strike 3.
Park Factors gets called for the strike 3 on the swing. Some frustration there by Park Factors, who's batting .353, bringing up Wolfington, who strikes out swinging. That's out number 2. And Todd Hafner will ground out for a change of pace, but that's out number 3. Game tied at 4.
All right, bottom of the order. Well, just Knox and then the top of the order here, so this could be what you're looking for the Sea Serpents. Knox will strike out, bringing up Cody Kochan, hitting 125 with a single home run. That'll be a strikeout as well. Ryan Cacao hitting 125 with 2 home runs. 1 already in this game. And Cacao will take a walk, so the go-ahead run at first here with Crocs out coming up to the plate, hitting 286. That's going to get down in center field. They'll probably send the runner to third, and they do. Cacao on third. Slaseco at the plate. Dribbler to the catcher. Do they make the play at first? They do, and so this game remains tied at 4. We go top of the 11th.
Eddie Garr there with a clutch throw at first to retire the side. And will now strike out swinging. I am just the jinx, man. I say a good word about someone and they screw up right away. It's the curse. Nadir Ortega strikes out swinging for out number 2. Stargard will draw a walk, 1 on, 2 out for Cross Ericsson. Stolen base attempt. Safe.
Strike 3.
And a strike 3 will retire the side. The game's tied at 4 after 10.5 innings.
Bottom of the 11th here, 500 hitter with 1 home run, Kaprakosov. They will strike out. Bob Babbitt person hitting 143, also with 1 home run. That's going into foul territory. Catcher's got it for the second out. Kairu will strike out, and since the 5th inning, nothing for either New Orleans or the Sea Serpents. I'm trying to juice OTP here a little bit.
Top of the 12th, Ashorse Lynch is now on the mound for Seattle. Nescan will fly out, Werewolf will strike out. And let's see park factors. And that is a ground out. The game is still tied at 4, and rip those bullpens for game 5.
Forbes Jr. hitting 1 for 14. Gets the one up the middle. Shortstop's got it, so first out. Shane Knox hitting 1 for 14. Grounded to the pitcher. Top of the order again here. Cody Kochan will strike out. Do either team want to win? We go top of the 13th.
And for the Wolfington on the mound, we draw a walk. Maybe this is the break New Orleans was looking for. And that's another walk by Horstins. That's back-to-back walks, 2 on with no outs. Eddie Gar will strike out swinging. Come on. Nadir Ortega will get a base hit. Is it a run? Yep, it translates on a run as Wolfington comes all the way home from second. New Orleans is up 5-4 with runners at first and second. Stargard will ground out the 6, the 4, the 3, the 6, the 1 as the pitcher goes all the way to the first to retire the side. New Orleans up 5-4.
All right, so do or die for Seattle here in the bottom of the 13th. Cacao, the tying run on first. Rock out with her Crocs out, the go-ahead run at the plate. It's going to be a pop-up to the shortstop. Sloth Seiko walks off. New Orleans sends Seattle to round 2 with a 2-run home run to right field halfway up the upper deck. No doubt about it. We finally see this game come to an end, and Seattle moves on.
And there goes my my champion side of the playoff bracket.
Might as well just cancel playoff predictions at this point. No one gets any points. No one gets any TPE.
I mean, they should just give us, I don't know, 2 or 3 for doing the task. I mean, no one will ever get more than 1 or 2 series right.
Yeah, this is an insane season. Again, this is like our 3rd season where this has happened.
Right now, I think I am 1 for 3, and that's Detroit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And I'm not even sure about that. And I have San Antonio to go all the way.
Well, we'll have to find out on the San Antonio side as Seiko, with that huge home run in the 13th inning, goes 2 for 6 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. 2 hits for Todd Hafner for New Orleans. Pitching seems to be a little bit more important here. Lynch takes the win after Uriah goes 7 1/3, giving up only 4. Singh goes 3 1/3 in relief, scoreless. Farnworth gets the loss and blown save in relief for New Orleans after a really, really good, only 5 earned runs between Homie, Red, Bright, and Tool for their pitching there. Athena Uriah is going to be your player of the game, but that sends Seattle on to round 2 and means our total streamed games tonight will be 9. 3 over the minimum, half of our maximum. We've got games 5 coming up for California and the Hepcats and the Sloths and the Vandals. Let's go ahead and save, just in case. We're going to go down to the minor leagues, go off day, just make sure it's truly an off day. Good. Go round 1 still. Good, so we're not going to have to worry about deleting any games. All right, let's see here. Sloths. Sloths finally want something. Hi, Josu. I'm surprised you're still awake. Vanale my Kuchowitz to the pen. Long relief. Avoid high leverage. Cool. There you go. For the sloths. Scorpions are out. Crabs are out. Ruguru. Demons. I can't be caring about the Vandals. So Vandals. Just giving you a heads up, now would be the time if you want something. Oh, it's literally staring at me right now. I'm literally looking at it. Okay, so Tosin, you want him to be a setup. 6th or later, high leverage. Scud.
Scudder is a stopper, 8th or later closer.
Cool.
Then it's Ciliam's MR, use more often long.
Got that.
Then we got BD and Harm, mid-level with high leverage long.
Both of them, Sabidi and Harm, are middle relief. Avoid high leverage and long relief. Cool.
Jones is a non. Avoid the HL and as a secondary specialist.
Alrighty. So we are good there.
Good here. Let's see, we have something, anything in the minors.
Sloth said, yep, good. So Hepcats.
The Hepcats want Mano on an 18 batters faced limit.
Mana right on an 18 batters face limit. Alright. 18. Good there.
Then EK Samson in the pen. MR. Use more often.
Alrighty. And there you go.
The Hawks want the stamina check. If I'm not mistaken.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah. Okay, so you check, I type.
Yep. So Marston at 73%.
Yep.
Sloth Nation at 64%. And Whiplash at 69%.
Nice. And that's it.
Yep.
Maybe check silence.
Yeah, so if you want Aaron Silence, they're at 58%. But they could obviously go into the bullpen. That's, I guess, your option there.
58%. No change.
No change. Alrighty. Well, nice and easy. Real quick here, as we do go ahead and set up for our next game, which is going to be the Hepcats and the Firehawks. I need to take a quick break. Just need to really quickly go to the bathroom. So we'll sit on this for just a moment. Prediction looks like is running, so give that some time to count down. We'll get started with Hepcats California here in just a second. I will be right back.
So, my
Alrighty, and I make my return. Oof. Alright, so we have the potential here. As the Hepcats went 2-0 to start, the Firehawks came storming back in games 3 and 4. There's potential here for the comeback reverse sweep to send California to round 2. Hepcats take this win, they move on. California takes this win, they move on. 2-2 series. With that, there we go. Croy, are you here and ready to go?
I am here and I'm ready to go.
Alrighty. I believe I took Hepcats one of the games, I took California one of the games. How do we want to do this one?
I will take I'll take the home team.
Take the home team. Alrighty, with that, let's lead things off here with the Hepcats and Kendrick Mills up against Arekor Hippocrates. Hippocrates. Kendrick Mills leads things off here, and that's going to be a leadoff single into center field, so runner already on there for the Hepcats. Shia Miz grounded to third baseman. They'll get the out at second, but nothing else. Confer grounder to the shortstop. 6-4-3 double play. Easy ending double play. We go bottom of the first.
Wrench Fry is up to lead off and strikes out swinging. 30 rounds scored with 90, 15 stolen bases with 54. Arthur Morgan is now up. That one is hit high, deep at the warning track, but it is caught by the center fielder. And Ferreira would pop out to the shortstop for a 1-2-3 inning.
Alright, that brings up James Dion. Big hits in the previous games with a couple home runs, but we'll get a single here. Rayner will fly out to left field. Dion on the move, and that's safe at second. Beckendam, fly ball to center field. Will keep the runner at second, but 2 outs. Kulik Warren will fly out to center field, and that will do it. So singular hit from James Dion, and we move on to the bottom of the second.
Salomon Arms, then Straw, and King Jr. are due up for Firehawks as Salomon Arms would ground out to the first baseman. A swing and a miss for Tunch. Then Straw. That's out number 2 as Danny King steps up to plate. And that's a fly out to the center field for another 1-2-3.
Top of the third here with Gratis. That's going to get into center field, so runner on first. Griff Poppy with her man on first will be a fly ball to center. First out of the inning. Kendrick Mills will swing through that one, and Gratis is caught stealing. And Kendrick Mills will strike out, so not a whole lot doing there in the top of the third. We go bottom, 0-0.
Bottom of the lineup for the Firehawks as Brennan will get a base hit for a single. Long ball will fly out to the right. Brennan remains at first as Forrest has a hit into the gap. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Hard hit ball by French Fry. That is caught by the center fielder. Brennan will tag at third and is safe. Runner in scoring position. The batter is safe and Brennan scores. That one is hit hard at the wall. We score 1. We'll score 2 as Ferreira goes all the way to the third base. Salomon Arms will hit one right down the middle to drive Ferreira in for another run for California. That's 4-0. Salomon Arms at first. Stolen base attempt is successful as Densro strikes out, training to retire the side. California strikes 4 times and is up 4-0.
Well, this game's gone south quickly for the Hebcats. Shy miss flies out to center field. Confer takes a walk, so runner on first here for James Dion. That's going to be a wild pitch, so Confer will move to second. There's going to be a strikeout there from James. Leaves up Rayner with 2 outs and a runner on. That's going to be a walk. Beckenham hitting 0.95. Going to ground out to the shortstop, and that will do it. So not much doing there for Kansas City. We go to the bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth, the Hawks are up 4-0 as Dan King Jr. gets a base hit right through the middle between the shortstop and the second baseman. That is at the wall. It is caught by the center fielder as King remains at first. Right through the middle again by a long ball. King tags all the way to third and is safe. Runners in the corners for Forster as a wild pitch comes and Dan King Jr. scores to make it 5-0. Forster still up. That looks like a walk. Yep, it is a base on 4 balls. 2-1 with 1 out for French Fry who strikes out swinging. 2-1, 2 out for Arthur Morgan who hits 1 high. That's a base hit that will score at least 1. It scores 1. Score is 6-0. Runners at first and second for Ferreira, who has home run power. That's another wild pitch. The runners at once in scoring positions this time as Ferreira will ground out to the first baseman. The side is retired, but California strikes 2 more.
Look away and more runs for California. We've got Colic Warren leading things off here with a walk. Gratis with a man on first. Fly ball to left field. That's going to be an out. Girth Poppy. That's going to get into left field. That's going to be a home run just over that short wall in left field. Finally puts 2 runs on the board here for Kansas City, and they may have some life. Mills in the number 1 spot with 1 out. That's going to get into center field. It's a shy miss with a runner on first.
Strike 3.
They're going to say that was swinging. So strike 3 brings up Julian Confer, who will strike out looking. And that's going to do it for the inning. Kansas City strikes back, now only down 4.
Salmon Arms is up and would foul out to the first baseman. A ground out to the first baseman by Dennis Stroh. And a ground out to the first baseman by Dan King Jr. Quick 1-2-3 as Kansas City is really trying to create some momentum and get a comeback.
Strike 3.
All right, James Dion's going to strike out to lead things off here for the Hebcats. Rayner will to the shortstop and get past the shortstop, so that's going to be a single. Beckenham will strike out there with the runner on first, so 2 outs with Colic Warren at the plate. Rayner will steal second, so runner in scoring position.
Strike 3.
And that's going to strike out and end the inning. We go bottom of 6th, 6-2 game.
Bottom of the lineup for California as Brennan is up and grounds out at first on a 6-3 throw. Long ball will pop out to the second baseman as Foster draws a walk, and we're back at the top of the lineup. French Fry hits 1 hard, but what a dive by Kendrick Mills to get the 3rd out and retire the side. No more damage done by California.
Top of the 7th with Gratis at the plate, and that's actually going to be, they're going to say error on the throw. So runner on second here for Girth Poppy. They'll ground out to the second baseman. Kendrick Mills will strike out as well. 2 outs with a runner on third for Shia Miss. That's going to get into right field for a single, so they'll score this run in the inning. Lead cut to 3 now for Julian Confer, who will wait. And Shia Miss successfully steals second. Confer with a fly ball to right, and that's going to be an out. But we take our break here for the 7th inning stretch, and the lead is 3.
Take me out to the ball game. As Arthur Morgan will fly out to the center. E.K. Sampson is on for Kansas City on the mound, as that one is caught at the warning track water robbery for out number 2. And out number 3 comes on a flyout. California has stopped doing damage. They're stuck at 6 runs with Kansas City creeping closer.
All right, that brings up James Dion, and that's going to put that one into left field for a double. Runner on first already for Rayner. That's going to go to right field. Fly ball to the warning track. Dan will take third. Beckendam with a runner on third and 1 out. And that's going to be a single. So runner on first here. 2-run deficit was 6. Was cut to 4. Was cut to 3. Is cut to 2. Kolick Warren will fly out to left. Gratis will take a walk. Runner on first and second for 381 hitting Girth Poppy. And they're going to strike out. Firehawks, their lead has fallen. Still holding it, but it is smaller.
Bottom of the 8th, Cali up by 2 as Dunch and Stroh will ground out to the first baseman. Dan King will follow suit the same way. Out number 2 as Danny Brennan throws a walk. Runner at first as Ball will strike out looking. No more damage done by the Firehawks. Let's see if the
Yeah, top of
Hepcats can
9. Mills grounds to the third baseman. Shy a miss. Grounder to the first baseman. One more out for Julian Confer. Fly ball, right field. The Firehawks hold on and advance over the Hepcats. And what was brewing from the 5th inning does not come to pass, as they successfully keep their lead. Firehawks continue on for another playoff run throughout this season. And throughout all the previous seasons, we see the win in Game 5, a 6-4 victory.
The Firehawks keep burning bright.
Scary, scary team that continues to be good. With that, though, Firehawks take the win. Take a look really quick here. Not a whole lot going on. Arthur Morgan, top of the Morgan Tuya, takes 2 hits with 2 RBIs. 2 hits for Mills and Dion on the side of Kansas City. Hippocrates takes the win for California. Marston gets the save. Manoright takes the loss for Kansas City. And Arekinor and Hippocrates, the starting pitcher, going 5 2/3 with 2 earned, is your player of the game. That does it for our minor league series. So that's going to move on the Bears and California. Our last decision is to see how do the Vandals and the Sloths fare in their final Game 5. Final Game 5 of the night. Final game of the night. Game number 9. Game 5 of Vandals, Sloths. See, the Sloths have the lead, but they lost 2 at home, if I'm not mistaken. No, at the very least went 1-1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they split.
They split at home, so here is danger for the Sloths. Sure, you're at home. You're back in San Antonio, but you did not take both games here. You split here, you split in Vancouver, and you leave this up to 1 game. 1 final game at home. The Vandals versus the Sloths.
And we're talking about two teams that basically split the season series.
Right. So two
No,
two
the
close
Vandals
fighting.
won the season series, 7 games to 5.
Interesting. So a contentious series. One game flips there, and you're talking 500. Two series split. Here in the treehouse, sloths and voyagers. Sorry, vandals. I always see the V and I just jump straight to voyagers. You just had home team.
Yeah, I'll take the Vandals here.
So here we go. Yep, vandals, sloths, game 5. Let's go.
Pork chop sandwiches leads off the former sloth and eats a base hit right away. Beats the shift for a double. Stolen base attempt, and no, they gun him down at third. That was a weird animation for out number 2. As a stand-up gets a base hit, that's 1 base, that's 2 bases. Lighting there. Lump. Oh, Sullivan would pop out to the infield to retire the side.
All right, nothing doing. Well, a couple of hits, but no score. So Anchovy leads off with a grounder to the third baseman, McDonald Jr. The grounder to the shortstop. Suadot gets that one into center field. It's going to bounce off the wall and be a double. Eshelman with a runner on second, grounder to the shortstop, and that'll do it. So still nothing doing for the Sloths. 0-0 going to the top of the second.
Scoreless after 1 with Daniel Martinez at the plate. A fly out to the left. That's the hard hit towards the right by Diamond for a flyout, out number 2. And the ground out is out number 3 from Styles. Stern. Quick 1-2-3, bottom of the second.
Strike 3.
Oatmeal leads things off here, bottom 2 with a strikeout. Got one out in the inning here for Big Vito. It's going to go up the middle for a single. Runner on first for Sneaky Snack. Vito on the move. Steals second. Snack drops it into right field. Runner tagged up at second, so not going to score. Long pipe, little dribbler to the catcher. They'll get the out at second. Runners on first and third for Albies. And gone to left field. And the Sloths take an early lead. 3-0 here in the second inning. 3-0, and Anchovy will follow that up with a single. Runner on first here for Bobby McDonald Jr. And caught stealing at third is Anchovy, and run themselves out of the inning. Top of third, here we go.
Strike 3.
Zyron Fryer would strike out swinging. That is out number 1 for Vancouver. Bringing up Hayes, Huston Hayes. Swing and a miss. As the San Antonio fielders pass around the ball to the pitcher. And that's a ground out by Pork Chop Sandwiches for out number 3.
Bobby McDonald Jr. lead things off in the third with a 3-run lead. They'll strike out. One out here in the inning for 7 for 18 hitting Suadot, and they will strike out looking. Bobby Eshelman will continue this inning with 2 outs, or sorry, Brian Eshelman.
Strike 3.
And that'll be a strikeout as well. So 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for the Sloths. We go top of 4.
The Vandals are still looking for 3 runs to tie the game, and Reggie Schwab strikes out swinging. That's a hard hit. That's a deep, but it is caught at the warning track for out number 2. That is a passed ball. but the catcher makes the throw on time, and Dumpo Sullivan is out for out number 3.
Ezra Oatmeal will lead things off. A quick ground at the first baseman, and Vito with another home run for the Sloths makes this a 4-0 game. And the Vandals having struggles here. Sneaky Snack will continue this inning with a fly ball to center field. Lenny Long pipe drops it into left. Runner on first here for Albies. Full count, swings through a pitch, and that'll do it. 4-run lead for the Sloths.
Bottom of the top of the 5th with a mountain to climb for the Vandals as Daniel Martinez will strike out swinging. And that's a ground out for Richard Diamond. And Style Stern is up and has a base hit deep at the wall, and it's a standing double. Pryor is up, has a base hit, gets 1 base, gets 2 bases, drives Stern home as Vancouver start their climb to get back at the game. Swing and a miss by Huston Hayes, their 9th batter to retire the side as they draw closer, cutting the lead to 3.
And right as the lead gets cut into 3, Anchovy leads this inning off with a double. So runner already in scoring position and trying to get herself to third, and does so. So Anchovy on third, and Bobby McDonald Jr. will strike out. Suadot will fly this one out to left. It is shallow, though Anchovy is speedy and will take the score. 5-1 now for the Sloths. Brian Eshelman will strike out, and that's going to do it for the inning. So the Vandals get 1, the Sloths get 1 back. Still a 4-run lead.
Top of the 6th, here we go as Pork Chop Sandwiches strikes out, swinging for out number 1. Reggie Shrub will beat the throw as the shortstop drops the ball. Stolen base attempt is successful. There's the ground out at first for out number 2. The runner's at second. That's a base hit. The runner goes third, goes home. Vancouver cuts the deficit to 3. Sullivan hits an RBI double. The runner advances to third, but the ball is caught by the right fielder for out number 3.
Ezra Oatmeal will take a walk as the lead cut in 3 here, or cut 2-3. Vito will get that one into center field. That's going to go to the wall. This could score Oatmeal from third. It was pretty deep. No, they'll keep the runners at second and third. Sneck will take a strikeout. Long pipe drops it in to right field. They'll score 1, but the second runner is thrown out at the plate. 6-2 then. Albies flies out to right, so the Vandals get 1. The Sloths get another back for the 2nd inning in a row. Still a 4-run lead.
The time is running out for the Vandals as Diamond strikes out for out number 1. They are still down by 4 at the top of the 7th here in Game 5. There is a pop-up by Style Stern as Zara Pryor will ground out to the first base for a quick 1-2-3. And here we go to the 7th inning stretch.
All right, bottom 7 here. Anchovy grounds to the shortstop. First out of the inning. Bobby McDonald Jr. ground at the first baseman. Suadot gets that one past the shortstop, and that's going to be a single into center field. Eshelman strikes out swinging, and that'll do it. So nothing doing for either the Vandals or the Sloths. Vandals with 6 outs need to get some runs.
Hayes gets one high and deep, but it is caught in the left center. Sandwiches throws a walk. Do we have some late game drama here? That's a fly out by Shrub. The runner is still at first with 2 outs as Top strikes out swinging. Vancouver is out to their last 3 outs as San Antonio steps up at the plate.
All right, Ezra Oatmeal liners to center field. Big Vito grounder to the second baseman. Sneck grounder to the third baseman. So 3 up, 3 down. Vandals 3 outs, need 4 runs to tie it. 5 to take the lead. Here we go. Final inning.
Let's see what we got. Swing and a miss by Lump O'Sullivan for out number 1. 2 outs left, Martinez and Diamond. Let's see if they have any juice. Martinez has juice, has depth, but it is not enough. That's out number 2 on the fly out, and a swing and a miss by Richard Diamond, and that's game. San Antonio wins the divisional series, advances to the conference finals, where they would face Boise.
A few interesting games, a few quiet games, but the Sloths advance. As Croy said, it'd go on to face Boise. Detroit goes on to face Seattle. And the Miners do some weird reseeding stuff, so I'm not going to even comment on that because I have no idea. The San Antonio offense showed up to play. That 3-run homer from Albies carrying the offense with the 1-for-3 day with 3 RBIs. Pitching-wise, Davies takes the win for San Antonio, 7 1/3 with 1 earned run. Dirk takes the loss for Vancouver, and Glenn Davies, starting pitcher, is your player of the game. I'm going to click save just in case it doesn't upload properly. So just to kind of show the exact same thing. So Raptors will face Sloths, Demons will face Sea Serpents, and the Miners aren't going to show us what's going to happen because the Bears and the Firehawks will get reseeded. From what I've seen in Discord, it seems like it might be Rana's Firehawks going head-to-head and Dillo's Bears, but that's also what just this is showing. So I have no idea. With that, just a quick round on series MVPs. For the Firehawks, Gladdy Varero is going to take series MVP over the Hepcats. The Bears' second baseman, Belloc Cove, takes series MVP over the Kingpins. In the major leagues, Martin Honda, shortstop for the Raptors, takes series MVP. Sloths Vandals, it's going to be the Sloths catcher, Theophilus Suadot, taking series MVP. Death Valley Demons, it's going to be the pitcher, Damian Jansen Crenshaw for the Demons, having that good 1.1 ERA at the moment, taking series MVP. And the Sea Serpents catcher, Krzysztof Kropokrasov, takes your series MVP over the Rougarous. Alrighty. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and get this going. Croy, I'm assuming you want your CW pass?
Yeah, I mean, I just have to respond to the thread.
Yes, I have to do some stuff on my end, but yeah, you just have to go to the thread and just say you're taking it. And do the same thing. Go ahead and turn that off, that way I don't waste stuff. Well, with that, everyone, it's now the very boring time of the stream. Croy, if you gotta get going, no shame. I would too if I were you. But as usual, folks, if you're gonna hang around in chat, it is time for Ask the Booth, just so I don't sit here in utter silence. Croy did pop off, so it is just me. Scud says, ask the booth, why does the sim hate Vancouver? Because it's in Canada. Oh, there's Croy.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to close the window, not
Oh, fair enough. Did we do minor series MVP? Yes. I really quickly looked through them. I could not tell you who it was off the top of my head.
It was Cove and who was for Cali?
That's a great question. Yeah, it was Belloc Cove for the Bears, and is it Suidot?
No, Suidad is a San Antonio player.
Well, then it's not. Suidot.
That's cheating. If Suidad ends up in the minors, that's cheating.
Let's go see. Let's see if I can find it. I just need to look at the players on the Firehawks. Oh, it was Verrero, Gladdy Verrero, for the Firehawks. Ask the booth, would you skip my question if I gave you $1 million real life dollars? I wouldn't, because I like you, hummus.
Does he have to give me $1 million now?
I think so, yeah. Croy skipped your question. So I think he's got to do it. I need like a throat lozenge. No, but they didn't. I mean, I skipped the question, hummus. I mean, I didn't skip the question. That doesn't mean Croy did, though. See, so. Oops, wrong thing. Sorry, guys. Trying to open up so I could pay us money. Job payouts. Let's see, so. Hummus, you're here. I'm just gonna put it in chat so that way it doesn't get deleted by my upload. What's your favorite artist you've seen live? I've only seen Ed Sheeran. I'm hoping to see Muse maybe. Their stuff just went on sale not too long ago.
McFlurry. I haven't had a McFlurry.
I haven't had one in forever, so I wouldn't be able to answer that question.
I mean, McDonald's is not that popular here, and if it is, it's not about the McFlurry. It's about the cheap hamburgers.
Fair.
I mean, when you can get 5 cheeseburgers for €5, that thing is so good. That's a good offer.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this is a good one. Wildest sim you've ever commentated on? I mean, I have a few. Considering I've been around since season 16. Oh gosh, I'm going on my 20th season in this league. Oh boy. Boy, I mean the wildest to me will be one of two things. My first season in the majors, I was lucky enough to be able to commentate my player hitting it inside the park home run. And that was wild. I think in that exact same season was the playoff game with me and Person Man, where the final game of the World Series, Game 7, Death Valley was up by 1 run, 2 outs, no one on base. The last batter for Boise strikes out, but the catcher drops the ball, and the runner makes it to first. The next batter, with like a 0-0 count, hits a 2-run home run, and Boise wins. Game 7 and a heartbreak.
Ouch.
Very much ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a shot at the heart. That one hurt.
Yeah, that was not fun to watch. I just remember it was me and Person Man sitting in the booth just going, that happened. That actually just happened. Just crazy times.
I think that the wildest sim I ever commentated on was I don't remember if I've ever seen my previous player hit a home run. And if I have, then it's that because it was a rare sight. It's as rare as a Danny B sight. I think it was with Danny B. I was with Danny B, and it was a Providence Detroit game.
Mm-hmm.
Both his player and my player hit a home run at the same game.
Crazy. That's
Yeah, I
wild.
mean that's wild.
And I know Danny always joked about his player being cursed, never hitting anything, never hitting a good homer. But to have that happen on stream along with your player as you're commentating is crazy. 3 million. It was okay. Playoffs day 1 stream. Oops. There. There we go. We'll posted that. Oops. Username. Is there an under? Oh no, it's 2 words. I'm dumb. There we go. Also need to opt into the thread.
I mean, a stream with 6 strips is not that fun. I mean, it's easier for us, but it's not fun.
Every team should
I
have
don't.
swept the series. Makes it easier. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I'm going to say the same thing. Obviously, that makes it easy. 6 games in total. It's easy to commentate, and my voice would not be dying right now. But 6 games is just like, oh, woo, playoffs, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, you want those game 4 in the playoffs. You want that rare game 5.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the best of 7s, you want those game 5, 6, those game 7s. They just add some mistakes to the playoffs. If you get swept round 1, it's not good.
Yep. Yeah, it's just, I mean, on really on the losing side, it's just no fun. Like, it's just not fun to watch. On the winning side, always it's like, cool, we got 1 game and we're done. But it's like, I don't know, you want to see your teams in the playoffs. You want to see the ability to have these cool games, these games that are of the best of the best. So as much as a 6-game playoff would be nice, it'd be very boring.
Yeah, I mean, but there's the counter argument that the 5-game series going all the way is so stressful.
Yes. Because then, exactly on the other hand, you get that maximum of 18, and we would be here for another. Well, I mean, in all honesty, we did 9 games in 3.5 hours. Just double that for all 18.
Yeah. So it's
So
4:30 in the morning right now, so we would end up at 8 in the morning. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Yeah. That's why I don't mind. I don't mind this day, but it can get brutal if things go poorly.
I mean, I want to say it on stream too. I think that day 1 should be 3 people.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, I enjoyed when last season was me, 2019, and I think Scud jumped in, or Lumo jumped in shortly near the end, and that definitely helped out, because even just these 9 games, my voice is gone.
Yeah.
Would definitely be useful to have more people.
because with 3 people you can cheat and have one person take a game off.
Exactly. And that would be that's just so nice. Oh, hello again, kitty cat. There you go.
How do you pronounce that? Do you pronounce that like Hippocrates, like we say in Greek, or how do you
Yeah.
pronounce that?
Yeah, is it Hippocrates? 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 Hippocrates. Hippo
I mean,
Hippoc
of course.
Hippocrates.
I mean,
I was there's so many different ways to say it. I am lost on how you
yeah, I
would.
mean, if you have a preferred way of saying a name, just reach out and say, "Oh, hey guys, you know what? That's how my name is pronounced."
Mm-hmm.
Hypocrite.
Hypocrite. Oh, hypocrite. Oh.
H-O-R hypocrite. Oh my God, dude,
Uh,
no, no.
ah. I hate that. I refuse. I'm gonna keep saying Hippocrates now.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the
H-O-R.
Bichon when it's Pochon.
Mm-hmm. It is. Oh, now I'm not. Now I'm looking at it. Now I get it. Yeah. H-O. Yeah. 'Cause I couldn't quite figure out your first name. That was the harder part. I was like Achior, Achor, Achor Hippocrates. H-O-R. Funny. Funny, and I hate it. Your new name is Hippocrates.
Wait, are you stuck at 20 something percent?
Yeah, it's at 30% right now. This is the the brutal part.
One can this one gonna be maximized.
Yeah, this is the
HOR, yeah, right.
yep.
There's the lesson, everyone. There's the lesson, everyone.
There it is. Well, that's interesting. Ay, 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 ay. Well, we're hopefully looking at just another couple minutes here. Usually when this bar gets to about 40% is when it decides to just autocomplete. So we'll see shortly here. Once this is done.
Come on, guys, where's the questions?
I think everyone's gone. They all left. Yeah, we're just shy. Yeah, now that it's stuck at 35, this is 100% the section where it's just gonna jump to being completed. Whenever it finishes, though, that's the first part. I'm hoping it's not crashing. Okay, it's not. Good. It's still just thinking. That would have been bad. Yeah. Hey! Alright, there it goes. Alright, let's go click the button. 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 Let's let that load. Just a few moments here. Well, as this does its loading thing, we will be back here on Thursday. I believe it is an AJ stream. For Thursday for the semifinals. Again, it's going to be whatever the seeding is for the Miners, and then Boise, Sloths, and Detroit, Seattle. You want to see the outcome, you're not even asleep. Well, stick around. The outcome will be on Thursday for the semifinals, and then Saturday for the World Series. If you're interested in knowing when we do go live, there's our Discord link.
The index is updated.
And the index is updated. We are good to go. Woo! With that, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your night. Come back Thursday for more playoffs with AJ. I'm going to go drink a ton of water. Have a good night, everyone.